What's up, guys? Figured we'd start doing housekeeping right at the front of the show, so the people who don't quite make it to the end sometimes can hear these things, and for the people who already know, you can just skip through it till you hear the music, and the show will just continue on as usual. So with that said, here's housekeeping. You can follow us on Facebook, both JAMUP and Matt Archer Media, if you want everything Matt Archer Media, Ohio WrestleCast, Bunch of Podheads Podcast, JAMUP, and whatever future things we may do. Just everything all together. You can go ahead and follow us at facebook.com/MadArcherMedia. JAMUP is also on Facebook. If you purely just want to follow JAMUP and Jeffy, facebook.com/JAMUP Podcast is where you can find us there. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends. All audio versions of the podcast are available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other podcast providers. If we're not for some reason, shoot us a message. We'll do our best to get on there for you. Video versions of the podcast are available at youtube.com/MattArcherMedia. Come over, see our pretty faces. Like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the little bell icon next to the subscribe button. You'll get notified every time a new episode comes out. If you want a t-shirt, you can go to mattarcher.threadless.com for the time being. You can follow us on Instagram as well, at Matt Archer Media. Jeffy's on there. You can follow him at Jeff Hughes MMA. Damn. I'm also on there at Western Jesus on Instagram. That might be it, Stitch. What do you think? Here's the show.
Good.
I'm right here. I'm gonna fuck with shit.
Okay, I believe in you.
I'm all about that fucking shit.
Fucking shit up. That's what you're here for.
Here to fuck
Good
shit
start,
up.
guys. Good fucking start.
All right. Welcome to Jam Up number 23. I am Mark. This is MMA superstar Jeff Lights Out Hughes and special guest Josh the Widowmaker Griffiths.
Yeah,
No
don't
Widowmaker.
forget
I
it.
didn't know what to say. That just came
No,
to
there's
me.
like 5 people who won't forget it, so.
Yeah. This is Jam Up number 23. These days we're getting right into things. So we're getting better at this, I
Yeah.
think. Maybe. Hopefully.
And I think today's going to be a good episode.
Yeah.
Been wanting to get Josh on the show for a while.
Yeah, I've been wanting to, and I really, really do want to thank you guys for having me. It's one of the few shows, like podcasts, that I listen to, like as soon as it comes out.
Aww.
Like I see it come out, I'm like, okay. I go on Spotify, I'm like, that son of a bitch, you didn't put it on Spotify yet. This is 3 minutes old. I'll let it go. So I just go on YouTube and stream it, and I mean it's great. It's good length for a show. 80 minutes to an hour and a half.
Sometimes,
yeah.
Yeah.
Very rarely we go past that.
The Evan episode, which was great, also the whole thing. Like Ashley listened to the Evan part, and then as soon as he started talking about fighting, she's like, "Well, I'm done," which is fine. But I listened to the whole thing and I loved it. So
Building off that, I actually got a couple compliments on our show.
Really?
About how that we're all over the place to the point where somebody can listen to our show and enjoy some part of it, one part, or
Yeah.
Gotcha.
maybe the whole thing, maybe just one part of it. And like he said, Ashley just shut it off afterwards. And I mean, that's all you can ask for is people listening to something.
Yeah, they enjoy a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I was worried because it was like, well, we're all over the place. I was like, fuck, where's this going? But then,
No,
that
actually,
ended up being a good
topics
thing.
are very
yeah, I
wide
actually
range.
think that's a good thing. You guys talk about pretty much anything and everything.
No, cool. No, that's good because that's one
Reach
thing
a-
I kind of worried about for a
Reach a
while.
broader audience.
Yeah.
We're kind of we try to keep up on like current events that don't involve political stuff.
Yeah.
When it comes
I
to
won't
like
talk
media
about-
and
yeah.
Yeah.
I won't talk about it just because I don't care. And
I don't
pay
get it.
attention. Yeah.
Well,
understand it.
yeah, like I say, like most of it doesn't directly affect me. So, like, what is there to talk about? So,
but
yeah, I guess with that said, first off, just like every episode, and I figure we should do it early in the episode because that's probably the main thing people wonder about. But fight update, how's it going, bud?
it's going great. I Got the weekend off because I've been training really hard.
Nice.
So my coach gave me the weekend off. I got Saturday. I always have Sunday off, but it was a nice break. I needed it right in the middle of camp, and now we're just gonna push the last 4 weeks and then go and fuck this dude up.
Sweet. So you're not like sick or nothing anymore? I know you
No,
said
I
you were
feel
sick.
great. Yeah, my body's healed. My toes still, whatever, but
Yeah.
it's not screwing up training at all.
Cool. So you're ready, basically.
I'm ready to
You're
go.
good
Yeah, I could fight tomorrow. I really could.
You want to? I'll fight you tomorrow. I'm off.
Okay.
I'll
Tomorrow?
fight you. I'll fight you right now.
We'll both. Yeah.
All right. We'll lose.
Handicap match.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
cool.
fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Right there in the yard.
Right there in the yard.
It's cold.
Yeah,
Fuck
forget it's
that,
too
fuck
cold.
that.
Yeah.
We're not 18 anymore.
We braved the elements to come out here. It's actually pretty bad out right now.
It is.
Yeah.
Took me an hour to get down here.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't realize.
Well worth it.
I came from 43, and that turn, you're coming down that hill. I'm trying to stop. I'm like, it's not happening. So I just turned. I just drifted right into the road.
Ah, Tokyo Drift
yeah,
style.
yeah. There was no stopping. I had somebody behind me, so I forget it. I got there.
That's good. You're
Anybody
here in one
watching?
piece.
Yeah.
It's probably pretty impressive to somebody that you didn't know who you were. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I know the road's like the back of my hand.
When I pulled out of Auto from Grandma's house and got on 43, I had way too much time to get out there, and then my car just kept spinning for
Yep.
like a good 10 seconds, and this guy finally just was like, he just couldn't creep anymore, and I was like trying to go, and I couldn't get it up over 20 till I got up over the hill, and
Yep.
took me a while.
Yeah, it's pretty rough out there. Your guys' last show, you came out and it was negative 20 with the wind chill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's important to you guys.
yeah.
The viewers need to know.
We
Yeah.
don't stop.
That's right.
Well, yeah, that's the fight update. I don't really have anything new to say about it besides I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. Ready
Awesome.
Ready to get paid.
Dude, I get more psyched and more psyched as time goes on.
I could tell just through your text and when we were playing the other night, you needed a little break.
Mm-hmm.
You needed to,
I was-
more than one day off.
Definitely, I was beat up. I'm happy. I honestly think Marcus Marinelli is the best coach in MMA. Period. I respect all the other guys, but I think he knows his fighters like the back of his hand. He just knew. He's like, okay, you've been working hard. You get the weekend off. Come back Monday fresh, and I'm like, yes.
Kind of re-energize yourself.
Yeah. So
Sweet.
went to the dance last night with Jordan.
Yeah.
I
Had a
saw
ball.
the pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was adorable.
Yeah, she loved it, and you got about 4 years till you got to start doing.
Yeah,
that too.
Yeah, roughly. Yep.
So, but yeah, what's been up with you guys?
Not shit, dude. I've been watching all kinds of movies. We watched, last night was UFC, what is that, 234?
234. Yep.
It's crazy, man. 234. Number 100. You
Mhm.
know?
That was a big show.
I wasn't watching back then. Who was on the card at 100?
Lesnar and Mir.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Thiago Alves, GSP, Henderson, Bisping. The big knockout.
Johnny Jones is on that.
Yeah, versus Bonner.
Yeah.
He was
That's
the
when
first. He was
dropped that German suplex.
Yep. And that spinning elbow.
Yeah. Yep.
Shit,
We're
how
like,
many years
what
ago?
is that?
Yeah, that was forever ago.
2008, 2009, maybe.
Oh,
That
okay.
beats me,
All right, cool. So it was like 10 years ago almost.
roughly.
We were over at Robert.
Mhm.
We were over at Robert's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 234, it's good for them, right? We'll be talking about 300 eventually.
Soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sooner than you think.
But, yeah, pretty eventful. More eventful than the fight night that was prior to it. But, I guess we'll start off with your boy, Jimmy
Crute. Yeah. From Australia.
Yeah, he was on the Contender Series with you.
Yeah, he was the guy that I was like friends with. Not like we're not buddies or anything like that, but we definitely talked a lot, and we had nothing else to do before the fights besides talk. And we still go back and forth on Instagram once in a while, talking in messages and just how you doing, when you going, type like that. So
Nice.
I'm happy to see he was successful last night.
Yeah, for sure. He was, too. It was kind of it was short, but sweet. It was a crazy fight. I mean.
It was a one-sided fight too. I mean, I don't know if that guy really.
No, I
Alvey
didn't
really land on him too much.
No, but Controversial, I would think. Controversial ending there. How do you feel about that?
I think it could have went on a little bit longer, but I mean, I think that was probably 10 unanswered shots. Not saying that they all landed or anything, but he did not get out of there. He did. You see in the replay that he like kind of showed him the thumbs up, but still, that doesn't mean you're not in a bad spot. He was just on wobbly legs.
Yeah.
I would say It's a split decision thing, but like I would say I would have let it go on.
Yeah.
But who knows? Another 5 punches, he could have been out cold, and now you just saved some fight years on that guy. Every time you get knocked out, it's like a timer.
Well, I heard they were even saying after the fight that Alvey, I think it's
Sam Alvey.
He was saying even before that he was upset that guy was the ref. That's the guy that was the ref in the Dillashaw Cejudo match. And
I think he does a good job usually.
And apparently he's called that Alvey's guys matches before, and
there was controversy before too.
Yeah, so he was pretty upset that he was even the ref. So
some refs let you die out there. Some refs.
It was Mark Goddard, right? Mm-hmm. He's been around for a while. So
it's Dick's cousin.
Australian cousin.
Dick Goddard.
Gotcha. That's right.
I'm just fucking.
I put shingles on that man's house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dick Goddard.
It was very interesting. It was like, oh, it's Dick Goddard's house that we're on top of right now.
That's pretty cool.
But he loves animals, so like there was like a shit ton of bird seed and like squirrel food, and it was like a townhouse.
Right. It is
like, you have enough money, go buy a mansion. It's been doing it since what, 1902?
I think that's about the time. Yeah. He was just like drawing everything, and everybody could see it.
Yeah, getting it wrong most of the time.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. All meteorologists are wrong
all the time,
70-80% of the time,
especially in Ohio. Shit.
Weather's crazy here. I hope we get a snow day tomorrow.
Seems like we might, man. You guys might have to stay here tonight. Just sleep on the couch.
That's fine.
All right,
Walt. Speak of the devil. I think he's okay with that. I wonder if he'd pick that up. Maybe a little bit.
That's some intense snoring right there.
But yeah.
Walt,
did we get Josh's opinion on that?
Yeah. What did you think of the?
Yeah, I thought it was stopped too early. When he tried to do a cool walk-off thing, and he really could have thrown one or two more punches, and then it would have been called, and rightfully so. But he gave Alvey time to stand back up and get his legs back underneath of him, and he took him back down. I think it would have been stopped within another 10 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
But based off of that, and like the title fight that happened, TJ, when they called it, TJ got up and was single legging the ref.
Right. And then he argued over it.
Yeah, and then he argued over it. It's like, no, man, you saw a leg. You didn't know who it was. You just saw it and you grabbed it. You didn't know what was going on.
Your body was working off instinct at that point.
And this one, he got up right away, looked at the ref, and was just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I do think it was stopped early. It wouldn't really matter, though.
No, I mean,
don't
that
think
fight
so.
was... you got to let him fight, but, I don't want my head pounded on. But, in the same sense, I usually, if I do talk to the refs before, I'm like, hey, let me die out there. Like, I don't call this fight too early.
Right.
And I haven't had a problem with it, but you never know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it makes a difference if it's like a title fight, especially if it's champ versus champ fight, like maybe.
Yeah, let that go a little bit longer.
Yeah, but this wasn't quite that.
But that was the first fight on a pay-per-view card. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there's... And Jimmy Crute's 22, 23, so he has a long time.
Yeah. I mean, if it's that big of a deal, there'll be a Crute Alvey 2, you know what I mean, or something. There probably won't be. But, I mean, if it's that big of a deal.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some really no-namers like Kevin Burns. And Rumble Johnson had like a trilogy fight. And Kevin Burns only won because he poked him in the eye.
Yep. That's fine with me. That works.
Yep. And then he got his face kicked in again. Good times.
Rumble is a bad man.
Yeah.
Didn't see that.
Now he's about 280.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Yeah. Rumble Johnson. He was scary then.
Yeah.
Now.
I guarantee you can punch a hole through the door.
Yeah. WWE'd it right there.
Yeah.
So,
shit,
main event, I think these are the two I would talk about, because the original main event, Kelvin Gastelum.
Yeah.
Wow.
Versus Robert Whittaker.
That's the most scientific name I've ever heard.
Kelvin
Gastelum.
Gastelum.
Because Kelvin's like an increment of
Right. That's,
measurement.
heat, yeah.
Heat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Celsius, Fahrenheit.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Actually, we even went to school with a kid named Kelvin. I remember.
Yeah.
Kelvin,
Black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelvin Lindsay, was that his name?
Remember him?
Well,
He was really
Shout
quiet.
out.
Look at that. 5 minutes memory lane.
I remember he was
We've done
really
it.
quiet.
Yeah.
Smiled a lot. He was a good dude.
No, he was a nice guy for sure. But yeah, you want to go ahead and try to say that name, Jeff?
Kelvin Gastelum.
No.
Oh.
Of the main event.
the main event.
Israel Adesanya.
There you go.
That was
Wow.
good. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was having trouble with it
Style
earlier.
bender.
There you go.
The last style bender, which he definitely does all those moves and everything.
Yeah.
But versus Anderson Silva.
Take away the PEDs, the GOAT.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the most exciting. He was must see even now. You know, I didn't really have interest in it, and then the main event got canceled. I'm like, well, forget. I'm going to bed.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then the first thing I woke up, I'm like, how did Anderson Silva do? I want to see how he did.
I literally was so pumped. When he was walking out and he was like, kind of doing his like little shuffle dance thing to get in the ring, I was like, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I literally
right.
like clapped. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like fanboying out. Like that's my. He's like, dude, he is like. I think LeBron James is the best basketball player. I compare him and Stipe. I think Michael Jordan's definitely number 2.
Yeah.
And I compare him with Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
I really do. I think Anderson Silva's body of work is better than John Jones. I really do.
Here's the thing. He's on PEDs. So is everybody else.
So is everybody else.
Yeah.
What? I mean, so what?
The fact that they weren't testing like they used to. I mean, I don't know. And a guy wants to fight at 44. Maybe let him do something.
Yeah. He needs
I'm
every
not
advantage he can
arguing
get
with
there.
it.
It's fair.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
But yeah, that fight definitely passed my expectations. I thought it might have been a short night for Anderson. He just doesn't move like he used to.
Yeah,
he's 44 years old or whatever.
slower.
But man, it turned out to be a pretty decent fight.
It was fun. Yeah, I'm glad that that you made me, but you had me watch it, before we started. And it was fun. It was really entertaining. I wasn't expecting a whole lot either, from either one, but they were throwing those goofy spin kicks.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is cool. They might not land anything, but it's
No,
cool.
they look
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
What did you think of the main event? You've watched it twice now, right?
Yeah. I made sure I watched it real quick before you guys came over, and then I forced Josh to watch it.
That's
Apparently.
Right. Tied
Twist
me
his
down to
arm.
the chair and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yep, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was strange until you explained to me later that it was a 3-round fight. I was like, that's strange, but I didn't realize that it was the co-main event at one point. But no, it was good. Like, this is the first time I'd ever seen Anderson Silva fight like when it had just happened. You know what I mean? I've gone back and watched like old fights on YouTube and shit. And I mean, not only that, he shows up in like every compilation video you see.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it a lot. I watched Adesanya on fucking Joe Rogan when he was on there, and he seemed cool, so I knew a little bit more about him.
He seems like a really cool dude.
But to talk about the fucking fight, I enjoyed all the moves. They were putting on a show that was cool about it. It was definitely an entertaining fight, even though it wasn't that eventful of a fight, fight-wise.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
They were doing video game stuff out there.
They really were. That
did.
flying knee
Yeah.
looked like he was about to jump out of the ring.
Yeah.
And it definitely, like I said when we were watching it, it looked like in a video game when you pick the same character, but you're wearing a different outfit, Like,
someone held in L1 and then pressed start to
Yeah.
pick that
The
character.
secondary, they
back when
have a little bit of hair on their head.
Yeah, when Silva had hair. Yeah.
Yep.
But no,
It was literally like looking in a mirror. Like those guys were very similar, body types and the way they fight and flashy and
Yeah, both show
powerful knockout artists. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely worth the watch.
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I mean, do you want to talk about any of the other fights?
No, I thought they were all decent fights. There wasn't any real snooze fest ones. My buddy Devonte Smith fought on the last fight before the prelims.
Yeah, I did watch. I watched that fight, and I texted him shortly after. It was like,
bad man.
Your boy's bad. He's a bad dude. He walloped that guy.
Prelim fight.
Yeah, it was kind of like the main event of the prelims.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. No shit, I'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
Then.
That's
they were on
two
ESPN.
two knockouts in a row for him. You know, he's a young kid. He's like 25.
They actually had an article on ESPN about him.
Did they?
Yeah, about how he was working. I forget what he was doing, but he emptied out his 401k to move out to Denver, and just like, this is it. It's do or die right now.
Everybody knew too, because he came out of Evolve with me, and we all knew. Like a lot of people knew, like I had the talent to make it, but we all knew Devonte was going to make it. It was just it wasn't so much if, it was definitely when. Like, and he with the Contender Series, he was on week 8 of it, and you know, since then, man, he did a short.
Yeah, first one's on
filled
short
in,
notice.
Short notice, like 9 or 10 days. Went out there and destroyed the guy even worse. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for him, and I see big things in the future for him.
Nice.
It's exciting too.
Yeah.
He's going out there and getting first round finishes, and
especially at a lower weight class. Yeah,
defining fashion.
Yeah.
No,
knocking them out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Especially your first couple fights. Don't put any snooze fest on, or they won't be using you. But,
hear that? Hear your own words.
Snooze fest.
Go 5 rounds twice, and everybody calls you a boring fighter.
That's right. That's right.
I disagree.
Hey, you redeemed yourself with the first round knockout.
Thank
buddy.
you. It took me a couple fights, but I definitely was like, oh yeah, I can knock people out.
Yeah.
I forgot about
you
that.
don't have to go 25 minutes
Yeah,
with people anymore.
I'm not doing that again. I took like 5 years off my life.
Oh, man. That sounds rough.
That's all I really had to say about UFC 234. That was a good card. Bummer what happened in the main event, but it still turned out. Sometimes that happens, and the better outcome happens, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Let's move to movies, though, man. I see you have movies written down.
Yep. So I've watched quite a few things
recently. I'm very jealous of that.
Usually, if I have a bunch of movies I've watched, that means that I haven't really done much over the past couple of weeks.
That's fair.
Just working in that.
It's too fucking cold to do anything. You can't go outside.
No.
What's the point?
Can't.
Actually, though, recently it's been fairly nice.
Last Monday was great. It's like we always have one nice day in February. Remember last year, that one nice day in February?
It's called fake spring, dude.
You remember that one last
dude?
That one nice day
last year.
That one because we were outside. We were like, spring's here, and then the next day we were like, fuck.
Yep.
Same thing happened. We had 2 nice days. Well, we had the real nice day, and then the next, I think it was
Thursday.
It
was nice, and then it rained like hell.
It rained. It was 60 degrees and rain, and then the next day was literally wind chill of 6.
Yep.
So I'm like, oh.
That's Ohio, man.
Yeah, because Ohio.
Yeah, because
fucking Ohio.
So talk about these movies you've been watching. Maybe Josh and I have an opinion.
Yeah, this is what I've been watching. Some of it's newer stuff that's not quite like available, like more recent stuff that's been in theaters. And then I got.
Wait, do you mean you downloaded them illegally?
Of course not, Jeff.
Okay. I need you. Yeah, I need you to watch them. Okay, sorry.
But and I recently took advantage of a free trial of Netflix because I wanted to watch a few things that I've been behind on. But Bohemian Rhapsody. I saw that. I'm a big Queen fan, and good.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I heard mixed reviews about it. Some people liked it. Some people thought it was awful. I loved it.
Yeah,
I thought it was awesome. Thought the music was cool and obviously it's Queen. Of course, it's great.
Yeah,
but
the guy looked just like him. That's all I know about the movie. I'm just gonna sit back.
He did look a lot. Yeah, it was eerily similar. And after every movie I watch, I go on IMDb. I have to.
Mm-hmm. I YouTube it.
A lot of it was not correct, like timeline wise.
A lot of it's inaccurate.
When he was diagnosed and when they got together, when Live Aid was. I don't care.
Yeah,
it made for a better movie.
Well,
but the things happened.
Yes,
right?
they all happened, but the order that they put in the movie was not accurate.
Well,
but I don't. Like I said, I don't care.
That and like read and saw in a YouTube video, because I got into it. I was like, I always do it. I'm like, how accurate is this? And I'll look it up. Like when Hatfield and McCoy's came out, I was all about like how much of this is real. But what they said on there was quite a bit of it was inaccurate. Mostly what you were saying, but even the way they met in the movie, like that's not how it went down. Like,
it's not at all.
Because they were in another band called Smile or something like that before that, and supposedly that guy left or whatever, and then Freddie Mercury just walked up to him and auditioned right there on the spot, and then they were like, okay, yeah. No, they were all friends to begin with. They actually lived together and shit. And so that's... See, stuff like that, I think, okay, be accurate there, at least with the actual story.
When it doesn't change the story at all.
Yeah.
I mean, they still met. They still made it,
they were together. They kind of...
I guess
he jumped in. They needed, but he didn't just, hey, guys, I can sing. Oh, really? You look funny. And then he starts singing. Oh, okay, you're really good.
Yeah.
No.
They knew he could sing.
Yeah. And he looked funny.
That's a good point.
We all knew he looked funny.
Yeah.
My only other critique of it is it moved really fast in the beginning.
It did move
really
fast.
And that's usually the part I want to see most is the come up.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was really good. The music, it was basically made by the band, the rest of the band, so they got to use all the music.
Well, they were in it too during the Live Aid concert.
Oh shit! I didn't realize
they
that.
had two guys dressed up like Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World. They were sitting on the rafters and they were, like headbanging and everything.
Yeah.
And then
That's
the
awesome.
the drummer and the guitarist, like the original members, they were like stagehands.
Okay.
But they were in the movie. They just had like a real
cool.
split second shot in there.
Brian May, you would feel would be hard to miss. He's still got that big gray.
It's big gray fro
bush on his head.
It looks like a poodle like fell asleep on his head.
Yeah.
But that's really my only critique. Other than that, it was really good, fun to watch.
It's been one that I've been wanting to watch for a while now.
Yeah, it was definitely good.
Yeah.
I'm not a Queen fan. I think Freddie Mercury was one of the best talents alive, but I don't think don't sit down and listen to Queen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so.
I did.
I do.
I mean, we went home on the way home. We were listening. We went to the Dollar Theater. We're like, boom, Spotify Queen. Here we go.
Another one bites the dust.
Huh?
Was it another one bites the dust?
It was on there. Yeah.
What's the dust?
That's the song we came out for my wedding when we were
Really?
introduced. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I thought so.
What's your guys' favorite Queen song?
It's Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah,
Has to be.
Yeah.
mine's "Don't Stop Me Now."
That's from Shaun of the Dead when
is.
they're in the Winchester.
But yeah.
That's what I always remember that from.
I guess I not me. I just like the song, but now I will. 'Cause
Yeah,
I forgot. Yeah, that's totally the song that plays on the
It
jukebox.
skips on the jukebox. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I can see it
movie.
now too. They're even going to the beat. It's like, "Don't stop me
That's
now."
what it is,
The zombie bartenders in the middle of. Man, that's such a good movie.
It is.
It's a really good flick. There's another one that somebody just told me about that they do, and it's
We were talking about
Was it?
it.
Yeah.
Hayes, End of the World.
yeah. I still have yet to see it. I might
Yeah.
look it up on the Fire Stick tonight.
End of the world.
They have to do the bar crawl.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's-
remember one where there was like robots or something.
It's the same one.
Is it that one?
Yeah.
That movie was
It gets really weird.
I didn't like it. I don't know.
It gets really,
and I
really
like
weird.
that weird sci-fi
Yeah.
shit.
It starts off like, all right, it's just four regular guys and a loser, and he's trying to be, reminisce the old days.
Yeah.
And then it just goes batshit crazy.
Shit.
You can't explain it.
Maybe I'll have to give it another try.
Yeah.
Because people now say Hot Fuzz is good, and
I
I
don't
don't
like it.
remember
I didn't
Hot
like
Fuzz
Hot
being
Fuzz.
good.
I didn't like it.
I like
Okay.
the one with the one with Seth Rogen as the alien. Wasn't
Fred?
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
I never
It
watched
wasn't
it.
great, but it wasn't terrible. It was definitely watchable. I thought it was gonna be like kind of like when I saw Ted trailer. I was like, oh my god, Seth MacFarlane's gonna be so
Yeah,
dumb.
yeah.
But the difference is Ted is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
What?
Couldn't do it.
Oh my god.
The first one especially is really funny.
It
The
is
second one's
so
pretty
funny.
good, but the first one's super funny. Before we get off Bohemian Rhapsody, though, you brought up the Wayne and Garth in there. Did you catch the Wayne's World reference?
Nobody's gonna rock out to this song,
In
which is Mike
headbang,
Myers.
Headbang in their
nobody's
car
gonna
to
headbang
Bohemian
in their car to this
Rhapsody.
song.
Yeah.
And
Oh, Mike Myers is in the movie.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Mike Myers.
That's
Yeah,
how they were
he
able to
plays
use
like
Wayne
a-
Wayne
yeah.
and Garth.
I read on IMDb because I have to, that when they came out with that, they offered him a role. He said, yes, I don't care what it is. I'm going to do it. I have to do it.
Because he's been in hiding for 10 years now.
That was the last thing he was in.
Yeah.
Love Guru.
Yeah.
They did like another Shrek movie a few years ago, I think, and like.
Oh, well.
But you don't get to see his face then, you know.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
feel like he's been in hiding.
Well, like everybody, when the movie first came out, everybody talked about how Mike Myers in it, but you wouldn't know because he's unrecognizable. Seeing him, I would have totally known that was Mike Myers. Hearing him, especially, I would have known.
Yeah,
that was Mike
actually,
Myers.
I was like, God, that guy looks familiar. And then he was like a Irish or Scottish guy. I'm like, that sounds just like Fat Bass. Fuck me, it's Mike Myers.
I kind of heard like a more toned down like Jewish Shrek or something. You know what I mean, that's what I
just
heard.
little instances.
Slightly
You're like,
Jewish Shrek.
Now, did he
is that
have
guy?
his like 90s Demi Moore poof for a haircut, or
Mike Myers in the movie?
Did he have,
It was like
it
it was like a strawberry blonde like perm.
yeah,
almost.
It was a
almost like a
70s
Jerry
Pompadour?
curl
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Pompadour? Yeah.
Just like the whole lot of them did.
and a
you know?
totally fake beard, like ginger beard.
Yeah.
and glasses. Yeah.
Yeah, watch it sooner than later, though.
All right, I will, because I've been
Yeah.
every time I go to watch a movie, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was Ashley's pick, and she's like, "Come on, I really want to see him." Like, oh, okay, I guess.
It moves so fast in the beginning. Like I put it on because I was eating, and I like to watch something when I eat most of the time. And I was like, I'll probably just watch like the first little bit of it, and then I'll finish it later. But
Yeah.
like I put it on, and it moved so quickly. Like I was just like sucked. I watched the whole movie right there.
Yep.
So it's
It's not short.
it's not exactly long either.
No,
it's like 2 hours.
Yeah,
That's the problem with being an adult, and you really have to hope that movie doesn't suck, because
Yeah.
you're taking 2 hours out of your day to watch it.
yeah,
Which-
it's valuable time.
This is going to be completely off the subject. Kind of, it's a movie, but I heard that Avengers Endgame is testing. It's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And nobody's complaining about it.
Yeah,
They're actually thinking about putting like a 15 or 20 minute intermission between, so people can like take a piss and like buy popcorn and shit. Which,
I'm
if
not
this
gonna
was
complain.
10 years ago, I'd be like, fuck that, and lose my seat.
yeah. No,
But no, now that's not an issue. Fuck yeah, let's have an intermission. I like that.
Yep.
I can go smoke a cigarette.
I
and
gotta
shit.
go take a pee now.
Yeah.
This is great.
Because I remember the original, or not the original Avengers, but the last one, Infinity War, was originally 4 hours before they started cutting stuff.
Yeah,
I imagine that they probably were trying to fit it all into one movie, and most of what they cut probably went into Endgame.
The Endgame, yeah.
Because I remember it was supposed to be a part 1 and part 2, and technically it is.
Right,
But now it's not
yeah.
Infinity War part 1, part 2. They just made it like 2 separate movies.
I think they made the only thing I have bad to say about it is they everybody was like dying to hear what the title of it was going to be, and then they're like Endgame.
I
We're
knew
like,
that to begin with.
yeah.
I
Doctor
had no
Strange,
idea.
Doctor Strange said it near the end, and I think right on IMDb, Tony Stark said it in a different
Doctor
movie.
Strange said it.
Yeah.
He said, now we're in the Endgame.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I don't care. You can just call it Avengers. I don't care.
Avengers 4.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I think this would be 5. Wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
this-
No, it is
no,
4.
this would be 4,
This is
yeah.
4, yeah.
Captain America: Civil War is like
It might as well
Avengers
be Avengers.
2.5.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
No, it just didn't have Hulk in it or Thor.
yeah.
That was it.
Shit. I can't wait for that shit, though.
Yeah, I'm very
It's what,
excited.
2 months?
Yeah.
April.
Game of Thrones as well. Oh, we're all Game of Thrones fans, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, you should come back on around the April time.
You guys got me in the Vikings too.
Jeff,
Yeah, dude,
Cool.
got me.
I should have
way
bought
in the
those for you. I
Vikings.
forgot all about it. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Jeff will have his first win under his belt at that point.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Now, are we gonna do a pre-Game of Thrones show or a post after like
Oh.
the season premiere?
We could do a season premiere and then wait till
Yeah.
it's only 6 episodes.
Yeah, they're all movies.
Yeah.
But they're doing them 6 weeks back to back, right? They're
I think
not
so.
taking a break or anything.
I don't think so. No, I think because they're done filming. Because
Yeah.
like the guy that plays Jon, my mom was all bitching in the car the other day. It's like Jon Snow doesn't look like Jon Snow anymore. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like cut his hair and shaved his beard. I was like, well, what do you expect? He's probably done filming. He's had it like that for like 10 years.
Yeah, he's just done with it.
Yep.
But so yeah, I don't think they're done and they're gonna shell them out. Like whether or not, I mean, it is 6 movies and they're all over an hour long.
Yeah.
So-
They're hour and a half, I think.
So
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
We should do it. We should do one right before, and then we can do
Right after.
one after.
I like it.
I would love to be.
Depending
part
on
of
how good it is, fuck it, let's do it in the middle too.
Right?
I
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
that. Right?
But cool. Look forward to that, people.
I think I don't think there's going to be a dull episode, because I said it in the past when I said that I think Game of Thrones starts off hot and then kind of fizzles
It
and then
does.
gets real.
Yeah.
I mean, can't watch TV or can't miss TV.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
Episode
judging-
8, 9, and 10 are through the roof.
right,
But 4 through 7, 3 through 7 is kind of like, okay.
yeah, it's just building up
Yeah,
to the end.
It's there.
Well, I mean, judging by last season, which had 7 episodes, there wasn't too much of a dull episode
No,
there.
there wasn't.
It was moving pretty fast. I mean, time period that would be longer, that would like span over like 1 or 2 episodes, like traveling from one place to another. You know what I
going
mean?
from the wall to
Yes,
meet with all the
stuff that would
leaders and
normally
stuff.
take like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Took like the next scene in last
Right.
season.
Yep.
So
I
I
wish
don't
I
imagine.
like it like that.
yeah,
though.
speed it along.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't need
care
to
about their
know.
travels.
Yeah.
So no, I like it. Yeah, I think it's going to go much better this season. That was my point there. But to get back to the movies, I think
Talked about this last time.
Star is Born.
I thought we did.
No, I don't think we got to it.
Oh yeah, right.
But I know Josh saw it.
I saw it.
You
Jeff
saw
saw
it.
it.
Yeah.
So I saw Star is Born. I liked it. I
Liked
feel
it a lot.
like it was every 30 minutes they were manipulating you emotionally in some way or another. Like there's definitely not a 45-minute span where they weren't like tugging at your heartstrings with
Right.
something, whether it be like alcoholism or depression or love or like anything like it yeah.
Gotcha.
I thought
It gotcha.
Yeah.
and usually I'm like fully against like love stories and stuff like that, but I thought the first half was the better half,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
for
it
sure.
was the love stories
Because
you know?
that was a more positive, like, cool look
Right.
at, like, that sort of life and shit. And it was just sweet and nice, you know? It was a positive thing. And then after that, the whole second half of the movie is just doom and gloom. So,
big time. Yeah, Bradley Cooper does a good job in that movie. I think so did Lady Gaga.
yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, she did fine.
I'm not a Lady Gaga hater, you know what
No,
I mean?
not either.
Like,
I did watch the documentary with Rachel though, and she kind of seems like a diva.
really?
Yeah, she's always complaining about her back or her legs, or
That's
so I'm sure they hurt. I'm sure they hurt, but
Yeah.
you know, don't make people feel bad because you hurt. You know.
No, I get it. I just,
But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I mean, I thought it was good.
it was good. Good movie.
Yeah, worth the watch.
Yeah. Long. Another long one.
So long.
Good job, Bradley Cooper, directing. And apparently he sang in that, too, which...
Yeah, that was his actual voice.
He was definitely better. Man, that dude surprises me more and more as time goes on. Because I hear Rocket Raccoon and
Don't see Bradley Cooper's face.
no, it doesn't even sound like
no.
him. But yeah, another one I saw is Blackkklansman.
I wanted to see that.
It was good.
It's a Spike Lee joint, right?
Yeah, I feel like
His
it's
movies kind of suck. They just do.
this one didn't seem that much like a Spike Lee.
It
joint.
looked. Oh, keep on bumping it.
It's all good.
Sorry.
Shit happens, bro.
Sorry.
But yeah, it didn't really seem like a Spike Lee movie to me. Like
No,
it seemed
didn't
more
from the
like
preview
a
and everything.
like Spike Lee's trying to make like a Scorsese movie or something.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know. This is one of those movies I didn't research or Google or as you would do IMDb afterwards. But I feel like maybe I should have, because I feel like this movie that not much happened. There wasn't much of a conclusion. I don't know. I feel like this is what a movie would be like if they did stay completely historically accurate to it. Like
It
wouldn't-
didn't have a full blown conclusion.
Yeah.
Just this is what happened, and we put it on film for 2 hours.
Yeah. Someone
it.
that is in it that you would know, a guy from Vikings, you know, King Harold, I
Yeah,
think.
the guy with the tattoos on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the dude from, I always get this guy, because I can't remember his name, but the guy from Grounded for Life. He had a very similar...
King Horik.
Horik, okay.
Yeah.
Not him, yeah. Okay, that guy, King
Yeah,
Harold.
Yeah, King
Harold
Harold
with the tattoos.
The
It's
guy
pretty
that wanted
sweet.
to be the king of
Yeah.
all Norway or whatever. The guy who played his brother, that was always hanging out with Bjorn.
yeah.
He's in it. He plays a fucking clan member.
It looks like, I think you might have said it looks like Cricket.
a little bit.
Sunny.
Yeah.
Dude, he just looks so much like Cricket.
He did. But he's definitely from like Norway or one of those Viking. He's like an actual Viking guy, I guess. And you could hear he's trying to do like a kind of like southern accent, but you can hear his like Norway
his Scandinavian.
Yeah, you know, his Viking speak back there. But they almost speak like weird Canadians a little bit, just like the way they elongate their words.
It's like German and Canadian mixed together.
Wow, that's a good way to. Good though. I liked it. The dude from I don't know if you guys watch Ballers, but the guy that plays Ricky Jarrett in Ballers is the main dude.
I watched a few episodes.
Is that the Rock one?
Yeah, I can't do the Rock.
I know you hate the Rock.
It's Entourage, but with football players and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought of it.
But I like Ballers. It's fun. Another one, Bandersnatch. Black Mirror fans.
I started watching it. But I just kind of lost interest. I just had stuff to do, and I never went back to it.
It's cool. I don't know if you watch Black Mirror.
No, you guys were talking about it, and I was gonna get into it, but then Vikings took hold of my life.
Yeah,
gotcha.
It does that to you,
dude. I'm smashing through it.
Vikings is good.
I'm on the first part of season 5 in a matter of like a month.
Oh, you have that?
It's on Prime.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Part two is not.
I don't have part 2. Part 2 just finished last week, 2 weeks ago.
So I'll just
it took a year and like 3 months for that whole season to play out. Yeah, what did you think of Bandersnatch without giving too much away? Because it seems like we're both going to try. I know it was an interactive movie, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's what I think when Jared was on here, you're talking about it, and I thought that was a pretty cool premise to it and wanted to watch it, but time.
No, it was. I like that they do that. I think that this is if I could sum it all up, it's a good start to something cool like that. Because I did enjoy, for anybody that doesn't know, it's like an episode of Black Mirror that you play like a choose your own adventure book. You know what I mean?
It's weird.
And,
I like it.
And I used to read choose your own adventure books. I loved them.
I don't read.
And that's basically what it was. And it was I was expecting way more from it, honestly. Like it's a very cool concept, especially from such a cool show like Black Mirror. I was expecting a hell of a lot. But it's basically just like you just choose what's going to happen in the story, almost like a role-playing game.
Like how? How though?
On your remote, just pick.
No shit.
Like I couldn't do it on the computer. I actually had to do it on my PlayStation. You can only do it on some devices. I don't know if you can do it on your phone. I imagine it would be super easy on your phone. Right. You would just click.
That one.
I would imagine. I don't know why you couldn't do it on the computer. You could just literally click.
But
because that's all it was. Just options came up, just like a video game, like you're playing Fallout or something. But my issue with it was that it was very simplified, and it's not like if you chose this, you could go all the way to the end and just have like a different ending. It was like you either chose this and you went all the way to the end, and that was the right one, and you went all the way to the end, or this took you here and it eventually just ended and he started over.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't like. I wanted there to be like multiple different endings. There's really only like
Silent
one
Hill
ending.
game.
Yeah. You have to go through it multiple times
to get all the endings.
Just like a choose your own adventure book. Like you would have like 3 or 4 possible endings. Like
you made it through 4 choices and then you died. Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
you got to go back and
you just failed. Essentially, is what you did. But it was well done. Other than that, like the acting was cool. I liked where they're going with it. I think like a sequel to it or something would be awesome. And the story that it was centered around, like a guy making a video game called Bandersnatch, and Bandersnatch was based on a choose your own adventure book of the same name and shit. And the guy who made the game or wrote the book or whatever went, not to spoil too much, like was kind of a crazy guy and did a bunch of weird shit. Good shit. Liked it a lot.
I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Yeah, I think regardless whether it's good or if you like it, you have to admit that it's innovative.
Yeah. Something
The
new
first
that makes you wanna try
interactive
it.
movie, like that's really cool.
Yeah.
And I definitely went through and did every possible version.
Isn't
of
there
it.
there's 6 hours of film that you can go through, right? Or 4 hours?
It
or
was
something?
like 5.5. When I downloaded it before I actually just got the free trial because I wanted to do it the way you're supposed to. It basically just went through all of them for you, and it was 5.5 hours long.
It's a lot.
So I just did it all like in a couple hours.
And there's
probably.
options too, like the beginning, because I only got through so much. But there's like, choose this cereal or choose this cereal.
Yeah.
And like
Which,
he would
that was one of
grab-
those ones that I don't think changed anything.
So-
'Cause even if you failed and it took you back, that's not one of the ones they gave you an option to choose
Gotcha.
differently for.
So the name of the show is Black Mirror.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
and then this is just like the Bandersnatch special.
Okay.
It's like a separate thing. But yeah, definitely check it out. I liked it a lot. I just think like to sum it all up, it's a good start. I feel like if they made more like this and experimented a little more, it could be really fucking cool.
I think that's the way we're moving is more with technology too. Is people,
Kind of
People
create
were-
your own movie.
yeah, create your own movie. Everybody likes playing video games, and in video games you have your own. You can,
Yeah.
I can run through the whole main story, or I can go through every side quest.
Yep.
So it's kind of similar to that.
And even like in Red Dead now, I just recently figured this out. I don't know if you played Red Dead 2 at all.
I'm going to say I beat it.
Well,
I'm going to say I beat it.
When you do a part of the storyline, there's like a little badge that pops up in the corner, and like some of them are gold, some of them are bronze, some of them are silver, shit like that. I didn't realize it until recently that you can actually go back at any time and replay those missions and try to do them better.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, they had that in like GTA 5.
And there's
where
all different kinds. Like it'll give you a list of like achievements or criteria you need to
you have
do
to
in
beat it
order
within
to get
this
to
amount of
those.
time. You
Now
have
I
to-
need the game
Yeah,
back.
like don't
yeah,
get,
I meant to bring that to you.
don't go under like 75% health, or don't drink any health potions. like-
Don't use Deadeye, something goofy like that.
which was a lot simpler in Red Dead 1, which that was some of my favorite shit, like shoot 5 birds while flying in the air
Right.
while on a moving train
Yeah.
and shit like that.
I
shit
can do
was
that,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, psh, psh. With Deadeye, that was actually kind of fucking easy, but yeah, getting off the subject again. It's a video game, right? It's kind of on the subject. Another one, don't know if anybody saw this. It's one of the most fucked up documentaries I've seen in a while, but it's called Abducted in Plain Sight
I keep hearing about this shit.
on Netflix.
It's
It's a
fucking
Netflix.
crazy.
Ashley keeps telling me about it. She'll watch it again with me.
My favorite thing
It's that
about
creepy,
it
huh?
is that it's not a 3-part, 6-part series. It's an hour and a half long documentary, and then it's done. So basically, from start to finish, it's all crazy, fucked up, and interesting as shit. Like at one point, these have to be the most naive and worst parents I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
They,
I know a little bit of it, but not, how they got to that point and how they got to that point again.
everything that happened.
Oh, it's
to
the
these
same
people,
family?
It's not, you'll
same
have to
family.
It's
you'll
same
have to
family?
watch it, yeah.
What do you mean?
They get abducted twice? Is that what you said?
No, it's hard to explain. The same thing happens to the same family, yeah, but it's not like
The same person did it.
Oh,
like in
okay.
plain sight is a very key part of the. You know what I mean? Like it was. I don't know. It's just. It's so like half
It's
of the
just it's leaving you speechless, and that's what I hear.
part. Halfway through it, I'm watching it and I'm just thinking like, is this even real? Like, are they fucking with us? Are they like, is this an experiment to see how far they can push it and we'll actually believe it's true? That's how crazy some of this shit is. Like, oh my, I don't even know where to start.
I just have to watch it and then we'll go from there.
Pretty much, it's
Okay.
it's so crazy. Dude.
Kids get taken? The kids get taken? I don't like watching that
a
shit.
kid gets taken.
Okay, if it's
but it's not like it's fucked up, but it's not like murder or anything.
okay.
Like it's.
I just want to watch it so I can be part of the internet memes.
Yeah,
oh
I don't
my
get
God.
it. Like, kind of like
The
with
memes
Bird
are
Box
so-
Yeah.
or whatever it's
Oh
called.
God,
good.
Bird Box! I mean, the best thing that come out of Bird Box was the internet memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that was
Which-
shit.
I'm pretty sure was all a marketing scheme anyway. Because you didn't hear anything about that movie until the memes.
Yeah.
The memes came out, and that's basically... You didn't see commercials for it. They're just like, you know what? We're not going to spend money on shit. We're just going to put out a bunch of fucking memes that'll... People like, what's this? What's this? And then they watch it. That's how I watched it. That's why I watched it.
I just hear people are watching it. Okay, I'll sit down and watch this.
Yeah.
I
mean, you already have Netflix.
Like
You'll
Thoroughly
probably watch
disappointed.
Yeah, it was not good.
It's not good.
It's A Quiet Place with even more confusion.
Yeah.
You don't even know what's going. You don't
Less
even
interest.
see the monsters. A Quiet Place at least showed you what the hell was
I
going
had to
on.
see if I'm watching like a scary like a scary movie like that or like a suspenseful one, I have to see what's they're going.
Yeah.
What
Oh, yeah.
what they're afraid of.
Bird Box, don't see it one time.
I don't want to see that.
And
Don't watch
I
it.
actually heard after that the reason they didn't show you is because Sandra Bullock, everybody on the cast, anybody that actually saw what the thing was, told them, do not put that in the movie. The way it was described to me, it was like a large green baby man. Like
Yeah.
like a
I
dude
saw a
in
picture
like
of
a
it,
green
I
man
think.
suit, which I think was just going to be CGI anyway. But like
Right.
it was just described as like a large, creepy baby man, which was laughable according
I'll
to
punch
the
a baby
people.
in the face. I'm not gonna kill
I ain't
myself.
afraid, yeah.
I don't want to look at it. Shit.
Yeah.
That's why they had the fucking.
Yeah, that's
rifles
why. That's why you want to kill yourself because you looked at that thing.
on. Yeah.
What the hell is that? And then you want to kill yourself.
But yeah, Abducted in Plain Sight is fucked up, and
I'm gonna have to go
definitely
back
give it
and
a
watch
watch.
these and then
We'll do an Abducted in Plain Sight part 2.
awesome.
Maybe we'll have Josh call in and be like, "I know, man, it's fucked up." But all right, and another thing that came to Netflix that I started watching. I only watched like the first half of the first episode, but Conversation with a Killer or something like that. The Ted Bundy tapes.
Yeah, the Ted Bundy.
See, I mean, it's essentially recordings of like an interview or something
Right.
with him in prison, I guess. And he's basically like doing narration for a documentary.
Yeah.
He's telling his story. He's telling it just like he would if they were making a movie about him or something, which apparently is what he wanted.
Right.
Like the reason he was doing all this was to be like
Famous.
and go down through history and shit.
Well, they had an older movie called Ted Bundy. I don't know who the guy in it was, but we watched it when Jared lived in Louisville with like that friggin' trap house over there.
Yeah, that was the trap house.
And it's terrible, but we were laughing because they showed how like charismatic he was, and I haven't watched the tape, so
He really was.
I started watching a little
Yeah.
bit, but yeah, like he's charismatic and he's dropping his books and can you help me? And then he just takes his arm, he's got a cast on his arm and just
Wow.
knocks a girl in the head and then and we were laughing at it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it was funny to me.
It's kind of like Halloween, right? Where
Yo, so
Danny McBride was in Michael Myers' head telling him to get a fucking knife, dummy. And so he goes in there and bashes the bitch in the head with
that's
a
how
hammer.
do you listen to that
Yeah,
part?
yeah.
He goes in the garage and he's like grabs a knife and just walks out.
Yeah.
He's like done with it.
Poor bitch shouldn't have had a knife, I
Yep.
guess.
Yep.
But where were we going with that?
We were
Ted
talking
Bundy.
about Ted Bundy, yeah, how he like wanted it to be a movie.
I didn't realize they made a movie about Ted Bundy already. I
Mm-hmm.
know the new one's coming out on Netflix now.
That's what I thought it was when Ashley told me. She's like, "Oh, I want to watch these." Oh yeah, I heard Zac Efron's Ted Bundy. It's super creepy. I'll watch that. And I saw it was a documentary. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. No.
I couldn't do it.
I'll continue watching it. It's just
I gotta go back
I want to
and
watch it. Yeah, I want to. Just
I think it's
at
what,
that
4
time.
episodes?
yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds about
what,
right.
hour long.
Hour
so
long.
it's
I
not
mean,
that bad.
like I said, I watched it in one day, but I fell asleep probably part of 2 and all of 3, and I woke up during the 4th episode like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
But I thought the thing with Ted Bundy was like you look at Jeffrey Dahmer and you go, yeah, that guy ate people.
Yeah,
You look at
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Clear
You
as
look
day.
at what was it? Had the Charles Manson.
Oh.
You see him, you
Yep.
go, that guy's a fucking. There's a screw loose.
Yep.
You look at
Yeah.
Ted Bundy and you're like, that guy looks cool. I'd hang out
He
with him.
looks like my uncle or something, you know what I mean? Like Uncle Ted.
Uncle Ted.
Yeah.
It's just Uncle Ted.
And he
Apparently-
was like, I think what I got from the tapes was he thought he was way smarter than he really was.
Yeah.
That's what I got from it.
He saw himself as a pretty clever dude.
Yeah, and like the judge was just saw through all that bullshit.
Yeah.
He's like, no,
Well, he probably thought all that because he was like pretty smooth, I guess, with the
Yeah.
ladies. That's
Right.
why.
That's
I mean,
what
how long
everybody
did
said.
he get away with
He was
it?
so attractive. Well, now you're dead.
I remember a buddy of mine was just like, I don't see why everybody looks at Ted Bundy and was like, oh, he was so attractive. You know, I'm just like, well, he was attractive for like a fucking serial killer. Like every other serial killer you see doesn't look anything like that. Like
Jeffrey
they're all
Dahmer.
weird looking.
Yeah.
or something.
What's the clown guy? He was really goofy. He looked like Farva.
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
Who?
The guy that dressed up in the clown outfit and killed people. I think it was
Yeah,
like
I know
the
you're talking about.
inspiration
Yeah, I
of
don't
It.
know the name, but
No, I know his name. I just can't remember it right now. And then Ed Gein was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy. It was based on him.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he was anything like that. Really,
no.
he didn't wear mat. Well, I think he made stuff out of flesh, but like he didn't have a chainsaw, didn't chase after people, wasn't huge and shit. But
I remember this was a long time ago when we talked about it, but Silence of the Lambs. What is your opinion on that? Since we're talking about serial killers,
An amazing movie.
amazing movie.
Yeah, it's top 10 movie.
I would put it. I think I put it in my top 5.
never seen it. Never
Stop
seen
with
Silence
that.
of the Lambs. I'm not a big horror
Stop.
guy. Only recently have I been kind of getting into
I
horror.
wouldn't even call it horror. I
It's
would
a
call
thriller.
it thriller.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
It's-
So
it's
it's like
suspense.
it's classic.
It's so good.
Did you ever
I'll
watch,
watch it. I'll
Cape
watch it.
Fear with Robert De Niro?
No.
It's suspenseful like that one, but like it just does way better job of it. Like Cape Fear was kind of like corny. You ever watch it?
No.
It's what Bray Wyatt's characters
Yeah.
based off of.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's like there's some corn in that. And like you're like, oh god, that was hard to watch. But like
Wow.
Silence of the Lamb is like beautiful, nothing corny. Like
Well, it's Anthony Hopkins. It's gotta
every
be all right.
scene.
Yeah.
Was,
I mean, he's locked up in a giant cell, but you're still afraid of him the whole time.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know he's not doing anything to you, but
Oh.
you're petrified of him.
He
Right.
plays a phenomenal like psycho, but he reminds me of like a Ted Bundy that doesn't look like a serial killer. Very intelligent,
Mm-hmm.
smooth
Yeah,
talker.
talker,
Yeah.
All right. No, I'll give it a shot as well.
But
And yeah, and I guess going into that, the whole Ted Bundy thing, especially with it being kind of what he wanted, like, especially if you listen to these tapes or whatever, he's very much telling the story as if like he fully intends this to be his story to be told in like a cool way, or he's gonna be famous one day.
Like that was his motive.
Like he's
for,
writing-
for doing everything.
Yeah, essentially, like he's definitely enjoying like getting all this attention, and I feel like making all these movies and these documentaries and everything is kind of glorifying serial killing, and it's kind of been like that for a while. Every movie kind of does it, like any kind of slasher movie, or I mean, fuck, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, any movie that's based on true events and shit, they're kind of
Yeah.
doing
Yeah,
that.
I mean, that's like you said, horror movies. Everybody knows who Jason and Freddy. Who's the hero of those movies?
besides Jamie Lee
No
Curtis, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't care.
Yeah.
You want to see carnage. You want to see people dying. That's why you're watching the movies.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the victims. How many victims can you name for real life serial killers like Charles Manson and Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah.
I know there's a pregnant chick. That's all I know.
I didn't know that.
Charles Manson, they cut a baby out
Oh,
of a
Sharon
pregnant chick.
Tate, yeah. Roman Polanski's wife.
That's the only.
That's the famous thing, yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I read that. And I was thinking like, why do we glorify him? Why do you think we glorify him?
Well, I think it's interesting shit. That's
Right.
why people. That's why it sells. You know what I mean? Because people find it interesting and they want to hear about it. Like, it's a way to vicariously. I don't know why you would want to live this, but like, it's a way to experience these fucked up things without really having to experience these fucked up
Right.
things. And
Try to get inside their mind and try to figure out what was going on. Like, what drove them to that?
Right.
yeah,
You don't want to be part of it, but you want to know why it happened.
What voice
For
was
sure.
in their head saying, "It's all right, kill some people"?
Well, I mean, any headline like in the newspaper about like murder or some crime or something, like true crime podcasts are some of the biggest podcasts out
They
there.
are.
Like You know,
I did notice that when I looked at like the top 100 podcasts right now, there was a lot of crime ones.
Oh, dude, I can't tell you how many girls I started talking to like through dating sites and stuff. I was like, "Oh, you do a podcast? Cool." I was like, "Do you like podcasts?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, what do you listen to?" They're like, "Oh, you know, like a lot of true crime stuff." So like, true crime is really fucking popular, and I can see why. It's interesting shit. Like it's
It's addictive.
and it's real. You know?
Yeah.
I think
and
it
it's real.
kind of puts a face on the boogeyman. You know, we all know the boogeyman's not real, but this is like real life boogeyman, and we can put a face on him. We can kind of go, man, this, like, I wouldn't want this to happen to me. But then you go, yeah, you kind of crawl into the killer's head, like, man, what possessed him to do this? Am I capable of this?
Yeah.
Like, what flipped? Did he just have a bad day and said, I'm gonna start hacking people up, or was it?
Yeah.
How premeditated was it?
Or was it, I've been thinking this since I've been 6 years old, and now I'm capable of doing it.
You have the means for it now.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between like a random murder and a serial killer too. Like somebody that's been doing it. The serial killer is somebody that's done it multiple times, and there's definitely something wrong with their brain. I can't remember where I was going with that, but there's a difference there. You know, like seeing a movie about like this tragedy that happened one time and wasn't anything. Like I understand that you're telling the story, but like I think it's important. I haven't seen this Ted Bundy movie with Zac Efron, but
I don't think it's out yet.
it's not.
Yeah.
Soon though, probably.
They've been advertising it for a while now.
But I feel like it's important for it to have some sort of message, I guess. But like for it to not portray it in like to not glorify it essentially. Like give it a very realistic thing, show how terrible this fucking guy was. Because if they're basically making him like the Joker, because everybody loves the fucking Joker, like a villain you love
him
to
more
hate.
than Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, there's women that marry serial killers and shit, you know, in prison. I think it's important to at some point reiterate that this is terrible in this movie, or else, like, how many people do you know just want to be famous? Just want to be. I mean, look at there's people that don't have to do shit to be famous.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's frustrating as hell to me. You know what I mean? Like, people are famous and make a shit ton of money just to exist.
Just because they're famous.
And
You can't explain why they're famous, but they are.
The kid that opens up and plays with toys on YouTube.
Oh,
yeah, there's a
yeah.
lot of those, actually.
Yeah. It's just like, how did this start?
Mm-hmm.
You videotape this kid opening toys for Christmas, and now everybody loves him? What? Why?
There's so many people watching video game streamers now and paying money to be exclusively like, I want to watch this guy play video games.
I mean, I won't lie. Like
whoa.
if I'm on the elliptical for 40 minutes, I want to watch something that I don't feel like playing.
Yeah.
So I'll watch Metal Gear Solid 4 because I have it. I don't really feel like playing it again, but I have 40 minutes to not do anything.
Right, it's fun to watch.
I'm going to watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, I see the appeal of watching people play video games, especially if I know the person or like the person that's playing the video games. I just don't understand why pay to watch them play the video games when you could just pay and play the fucking video game.
Yeah, if you're going to pay, then just play it.
It's super, super big business right now is watching people play Fortnite.
And I would say probably 90% of the time, 90% of the time that I'm watching somebody play video games, it's because I'm playing that video game too, and I want to like figure something out. Or
That's
know how to do
how you
like,
did
oh, that's
it.
where it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but
I figured out a secret on Resident Evil 2 that way. Like, there's you know, like later in the game, like down in the sewers, you still get film.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck are you
you're
gonna
getting
use
film.
this?
Yeah.
Well, there's a way to get back to the police station one last time, and I finally did it. And it did it said like hidden spot, and it showed two pictures. One was Wesker's desk, and now that you saw that picture, you go back to Wesker's desk, and he has like a slide that you can open up. You didn't know it was there. It was a hidden spot. So that was kind of cool, and I would have never known if I wouldn't have been watching the video. I was like, what the fuck am I needing this for? But yeah, so that was cool.
I guess what my point was with we got on video games again. Somehow I can't remember.
How does that happen?
They're so fun.
30-some-year-old dudes.
It's like we're all
Grew up
nerds.
in the 90s. The whole reason I brought that up, though, is like I said, some people are famous just for existing, just for being Kim Kardashian, or Kendall Jenner's the youngest billionaire, was trying to be the youngest billionaire, just because people were donating her money and shit.
Why?
But
shouldn't that be the other way around?
Exactly. Now, my point there is glorifying a serial killer with a movie and books and fame and a legacy, essentially.
Yeah.
That's telling people that you can be famous too by being a fucking serial murderer.
Yeah. Copycats. Right?
Yeah, like if you're fucked up enough,
the most fucked
you can
up
live
wins.
down in infamy.
Yeah.
You know?
This guy ate people. He was famous.
Yeah.
Let me try that.
It's like reverse Valhalla.
Yeah.
You know, like you're
You
getting
want it-
glory in hell and stuff. You know. Wow, I wonder what the Viking version is. There a Viking version of hell?
I think you don't go to Valhalla.
You just don't.
You
You
go to like they have a name for it.
Do they?
Yeah. Well, there is a hell.
Oh yeah, it's
But it's not. Hell is
Helheim.
not. Yeah, Helheim.
Hell.
But it's ice. It's
What a cool-
cold.
Yeah, you're super cold all the
Helheim.
time. Helheim.
Huh. Oh, okay. That's where the frost giants are. Apparently, yeah, it's like the reverse hell,
That's Jotunheim.
anti-hell, because it's all frozen and shit.
Yeah.
Wait, what
Sorry.
did you say?
God of War.
Yeah.
Oh,
Video game. Sorry.
I wouldn't know.
There it
shit.
is. Basically, any conversation we have, we can
It's
just
getting turned back
transition
around.
right into video games and then just go right back out.
Gotcha.
It's all right. Or wrestling.
Well, guys, I think that's pretty much all the topics we have, but we're just a little bit over now, and there's probably like a
we got
minute or two.
We got time. We got time.
So,
I want to do my first ever with our guest, lights out lightning round.
Oh,
I
man.
got a name. That's the first time we've ever had a good name.
Yeah,
right
I
off
just
the
came
rip.
up with it on the way
I
here.
Good
like
job,
that.
buddy.
This is good. I'm not going to like the result, but I like that.
I like it.
What we do, this is my phone better load. I'm going to ask random questions. You don't have a time limit, but it's rapid fire.
Okay.
I know other shows do this, but we're sweet. So,
I like
all
it.
right, I'm going to start it. Burger King or McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Favorite athlete?
Can I come back to it?
Nope.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like lightning
Yeah,
round. You're
okay.
supposed to say it.
Current favorite athlete. No, wrong. Kenny Lofton.
Nice. Dogs versus cats?
Cats.
Nice. Least favorite sports franchise?
Least favorite sports franchise. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Favorite food?
Steak.
Favorite video game
Of all time?
of all time?
Why you do that to me? That's not fair.
Video
We'll go Last of Us.
God damn.
Never
Beautiful.
played, but I think I will one
Oh,
day.
Yes.
good gravy.
'Cause I
Sega
love
versus
great
Super
stories.
Nintendo.
Sega.
Place you want to visit the most in the world?
Alaska.
Ooh. PlayStation versus Xbox?
PlayStation.
Nice.
DC versus Marvel?
Marvel.
Favorite Marvel movie?
It's a tie.
It can be outside of the MCU too.
Well, it's not. It's
I figured it wouldn't be, but
it's Guardians of the Galaxy or Thor Ragnarok.
nice.
God, classic.
I love both of those.
Favorite movie ever?
Favorite movie ever. Man, one I could just watch over and over again. I'm sorry, I don't have an answer for that. I'm gonna pass on one.
Okay. What's your favorite movie ever?
Big Lebowski.
There you go.
I couldn't watch it over and over again.
I do.
Is the Earth flat?
Hell no.
And last but not least, what is your favorite dinosaur?
The biggest one that they falsely created one time.
And that was the first.
I like that Indominus Rex,
Indominus Rex.
from the Jurassic World movie. That guy was pretty cool.
That was the first ever lights out lightning round. What did it say? Lightning round?
Yeah, lights out,
lightning.
lightning.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah, that Indominus Rex was as
Both of
fake
you.
as the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck up. Dinosaurs are real.
I don't believe it. Okay,
Idiot.
you didn't even get to it. We're just gonna transition into it. I'm not a God guy either. Okay,
Yeah.
I just don't believe that something can be preserved for that long. It's just not possible.
Well, how do we know? Like, what I don't understand.
Anything can be created. What's stopping a guy from gathering these giant bones or manufacturing these giant bones, putting them into a skeleton and saying, "No, this was a pterodactyl"? Who can prove them right or wrong either way?
So you're saying it's a conspiracy?
Yes, sir.
All right.
It could be.
You're very well right. It could all the conspiracies could be. You
Sure.
know what I mean? Some of them are. This one though would take a lot to cover it up for this long.
You believe in aliens? You believe aliens have ever touched down on Earth?
Yes.
I don't know, but I think that's more. I think it's very highly likely. I think the fact that I exist tells me that they can exist.
Sure, they can. And so could have dinosaurs. But there's no, that's not proof to me. I'm sorry.
But where are they what are these bones that they're finding that are as big as this couch?
They could be manufactured from anything.
But why? What's the point? What's the point of manufacturing and
Storytelling?
lying about it? And then like, I mean, fuck, how long have they been saying, hey, these are dinosaur bones? Probably at least 200 years, 300 years, if not longer. So, like, that means thousands and thousands, maybe millions of people have had to lie about this for hundreds of years.
Hey, you tell a lie long enough, you believe it.
Yeah. You don't know. There's all kinds of shit hanging out at the
There
Vatican.
could very well be no such thing as aliens either. I think there is. But
it could all be a hologram. This could all be a simulation, which I'm starting to think more and more as time goes on.
Man, got deep at the end of this show, didn't we?
Well, we usually do. We get deep sometimes.
Yeah.
Balls deep.
balls deep. That's a good segment. We should do that.
You want to do balls deep?
Yeah, balls deep. should
Yeah,
be
all
it.
right. Well, when we get serious and we dive deep into some
It's gonna
certain
be another
topic,
new segment.
New-
we'll call it
Yeah.
balls deep. and
We need
whatever.
segments.
Yeah.
We're trying to.
Yeah, we're trying to be more professional here.
One's going to be the segment of where I punch Walter right in his face and smush it a little bit more.
I think before long we're gonna have to give Walter a segment. He's kind of stealing the show.
He
sometimes.
spazzes out for no fucking reason. He can't reach his tail.
Yeah.
And
But
then
this
he
is
falls
good.
back, and then he'll fall back asleep. Look,
Can't
he's
do
already
it
looking for it.
with chairs with wheels. Apparently,
He's looking for a place to lay.
Yeah, let's
and
burrow
he
in here.
Found
he's
it.
got the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
damn couch this episode. Man.
But yeah, so
Okay, he's content.
So Josh doesn't believe in dinosaurs, and that is
Absolutely.
why. I guess.
I mean, didn't you see him in Jurassic Park?
Hey, dude, those were real.
Oh, well, shit.
At least
Okay.
the little ones were.
There we go. Point proven.
All right, cool. Josh
believe.
now believes in dinosaurs.
I
How
now
do you-
believe.
How do
did
you
it.
believe? How do you see an iguana and go, man? I think that thing could have been bigger because everything was bigger thousands of years ago.
Yeah, even
millions of
like-
years ago.
Even like roly polies and shit. There used to be like 4-foot ones back in the day and shit, or something like that. Big old ones.
Never seen one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen Australia, but I know it exists.
Yeah, well, people take documents, living documents of video and photo.
Is there anything you do believe in for sure? Like anything like that?
Anything that you can show me. Like,
All right, but I'm
legit,
saying like,
living proof.
is there anything you know is for real the truth?
I'm a skeptic. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I used to fall
skeptical
for
on
like
most
everything,
things.
but the older I get, the more the way I describe it is, I used to have a bunch of unanswered questions, and yeah, the questions. As I get older, I start asking new questions, right? So it's harder for those questions to be answered, I guess, if that makes sense. Does any of that make sense? Probably not.
It's hard.
Like,
Explain yourself.
the older I get, for example, like 9/11. For the longest time, I thought for sure 9/11 was an inside job. You know what I mean? But then, and that's because there were so many questions that couldn't be answered about it. Like, I had so many questions. But as time went on, like, questions started to get answered a little bit or made a little more sense.
Sure.
And, like, the questions I had about it started becoming harder to deny. So, like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it really. Like it's
Well,
hard to describe the way your brain
It
works.
takes time for you to process something. And so if your initial reaction is, inside job or not real, that's just how you process it until more information comes out.
Yeah.
And then you have your mind change. Your mind is swayed,
Yeah.
which is normal,
No, I get it. Yeah. Well, no, I get smarter as time goes on. So like, things are less. I'm less easy to convince of these fucking things. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I am the complete opposite.
Yeah.
I stopped listening to the media when it comes to stuff like that because for probably the first 10 years of 9/11, I would have never questioned that it wasn't an inside job.
Yeah.
I did not believe it was. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Why would they do that? Because I was listening to the media, and just like knock on wood, but when's the last school shooting you've heard? There for a while, you heard about them.
Yeah, like every couple of weeks.
Every 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
And, yes, then they stopped. They stopped making huge mainstream media, but, like, when's the last one that you even heard anything about?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean,
I feel like everything, like, the media feeds into everything, and
I feel like
it
that's
makes you...
mass shootings in general.
Right.
For a while, there was a thing in Orlando. There was a Las Vegas thing. There was the kid in Mississippi.
The church?
Went to the church.
Yeah.
Which, that's another thing. I think the media is doing a better job of not glorifying modern day, people. The only one I know is Ariel Castro because it was an hour from here.
Right.
But all the other, I don't know the
Couldn't name him.
of the Las Vegas guy.
No.
I don't know, and I don't care to know.
yeah.
And I think the media is doing a really good job of not sharing that information.
Well, maybe that's one of the reasons they went down is because they're not glorifying, like you said,
Yeah.
or maybe they're just not reporting everything because
That's
it's like,
possible.
okay, I want to be famous. I want to be in the news. Well, if it doesn't get reported anymore,
Right.
I mean,
It's like
maybe
the
they're
old-
looking at it like that, but I feel like the media and the news, like all that, they want something. They always make a bigger deal out of stuff than it really is.
You gotta make
get
things
viewers
over dramatic. Yeah, you gotta get ratings.
Well, that's all really good points. Like that actually reminds me of something else I started watching on Netflix called. Netflix started doing this thing where kind of like VH1 had the I love the 70s, I love the 80s. They have this thing called the 80s, the 90s.
Yeah,
the
I
70s.
watched the 90s one.
I started watching the 90s one, and there was one all about. The first one was like the one about TV part 1 or whatever, and they start getting into the news and how the news in the 90s really started to change, and for the worse if you really think about it, because it was cheaper for you to just have a panel of people speculating and talking about things as it
Right.
was to actually send people places and
Right.
do these things.
Get the scoop.
So that ruined the validity of the news because most of the things people were talking about wasn't even correct information by the time they were talking about it. Like it was all, or half of it was just speculation or hearsay. So they start putting this out as news and facts when they're not at all. So
Right.
I think the media kind of helps all these conspiracy theories in a lot of ways just because they're bad at their jobs. Just because it's all about just getting it out as fast as possible.
There's so
and they
much-
don't even try to actually show you or tell you what actually happened anymore.
There's so much stuff that they'll mention as soon as something breaks, they'll mention that, and then it won't get mentioned again. And that's where I think a lot of the conspiracy theories come in. Like, why didn't they talk about that anymore? Why did they just stop talking about
Because
that?
it wasn't accurate
Because
information
it was
anymore.
bad information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing like that I started noticing over time. Like that's what I meant by like I kind of get smarter over time. Like I start just putting 2 and 2 together anymore. Like
Kind of figure out where you're getting your information from.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's
Are you getting it from an inside source who, this guy told me this and he told me that and now I'm going to tell you this, and
yeah.
it's not anything from what was originally
Yeah,
reported.
it's like telephone. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's
like
what
By
it
the
is.
time
Yeah.
it gets to you, it's not even the right information.
Yeah, you say something like, "I ate a red cheeseburger," and then by the time it gets back to him, it's
Episode 23, ladies and gentlemen.
we're working on it. Sorry, I got really comfortable.
No, we're not used to this anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget where I was going with that, but it always if you keep going around the circle and telling people what you think they said, it's going to get back to him. It's going to be like, I ate a blue hot dog.
Yeah.
What was that?
No.
Not only that, but there's always that one asshole kid that changes it on
Just
purpose.
changes it.
Like, I can remember back in the day, and maybe he'll watch this one day, but Dakota Croston, I fucking put him on the spot, too, because it was like something, I don't even know what it was, they said to me. But I knew that there was a girl here there, so I fucked with Dakota, and I was just like, Dakota likes Denise. And then, and then I think Denise was the last girl, so she actually had to say it. And oh man, Dakota fucking hated me for like an hour. But
That's a long time.
There's memory lane right there.
Yeah,
Shit.
there it is. We got there.
But yeah, that's what it like. There's always that one asshole that like does it on purpose. You know, just the wild card.
Yep.
Wild card.
Yeah. Then he jumps out the back of the van.
Yeah. The second time his brakes, he fixed the brakes before. Yeah.
Fucking Charlie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got for that one, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna just jump us into the last segment.
All right.
With the memory lane. I want to talk. This is kind of an idea of mine. Because I would say we all hung out together in high school, but I felt like me and Josh hung out all the way since 6th grade, and then you kind of had a different group of friends there for in high school, and now we're back together, just hanging out all the time. But like middle school, I felt like we were probably at our closest.
Oh yeah.
Name one memory that you'll never forget about that involved.
Can I go first?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to think. I think.
I can't even get it out. Remember when we all had to gather into the gym?
Oh, here it is.
Jeff running up the steps. And he just biffs it face first.
Yep.
The papers just.
Jeff always had his fucking duffel bag. He literally pushes Josh out of the way. Says, "Get out of my way," so he can run up the steps first or up the bleachers. And he literally slipped, fell flat on his face. He fell up the steps
In front of what?
in front of the
400 kids?
Yeah, 300 kids.
Yeah, the entire middle school. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. Papers came out of his duffel bag, flew up in the air, and floated down like feathers, real slow to the ground. Everyone was laughing.
I didn't get up right away either.
No.
I just kind of sat there,
Probably making
soaked it all in.
Oh man!
And I remember when I did get up, I was, of course, red-faced, like, oh my God, everybody's laughing at me. And I turned around, the assistant principal, Mr. Alfredo, was laughing.
Even Alfredo was laughing.
And he goes, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, fuck. This going to be a long day.
Yeah, that's one of the best.
Yeah.
One of the best.
That was a good one.
What about you, Jeffy?
Man, there's been a lot of memories.
Shit, we probably could have done this a whole episode.
Yeah, this could have been
Right.
the episode.
Shit, we might have to do that.
I would say, best memory. This wasn't middle school, so it was high school. When did we start doing HW? Was that like 8th grade?
I think it was 8th grade.
Oh, was it that late? I thought we were doing it sooner than
It
that.
might have been. I think it might have been
Jared
7th grade.
Jared was a junior.
Yeah, but
So-
Jared came in later. We did it
It was
quite a
7th
few
and 8th
times
grade, yeah.
before. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe even like end of 6th grade.
perhaps.
But yeah, middle
So
school.
I remember
I was trying to think of which HW memory.
Yeah. I remember I was doing it at your house. It was so fun. And I remember, was it when Nathan wrestled without a shirt?
That was at his house.
Was
that was
that
at
at his
Nathan's
house?
house.
See, I probably wasn't.
You weren't
Yeah,
there.
you were in
Yeah,
California.
Well, let me finish the story.
One summer, I was gone for 2 months during that whole thing. Actually, a couple summers.
It was a
I
couple
think.
summers.
I'm going to
yeah.
probably get some of the details wrong in this, but he was wrestling Jason.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
out of nowhere, like when we wrestled Nate, we kind of had like this little tent thing, and he comes out, Snake or whatever.
Snake.
This super, yeah. And he came out, and
Just
it's like
it was yesterday.
we
man.
all turned, and Nathan doesn't have a shirt on, and we're like, "What's he doing in there? Why is he?" What? So he starts wrestling, and he gets a bulldog.
And know exactly where this is going.
And he turns and he looks at like all of us and like I don't remember who had the camera, but he was like, "Hunt, hunt, hunt," and knocked the wind out of him. And we're all laughing because he's just jiggly
Without a shirt.
and he's so red. And he's like making this weird like gasping for air, and we're like, should we do something? We're like, keep rolling, let's go.
Yeah.
And it might have been me, I don't know, but I looked down. It was me.
Yeah.
I looked down. I go, shit, we're not recording.
What's this? Why is this little red light on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
think that was the line I used. Why isn't the red light on?
I've only ever heard the story, and I've heard the story multiple times.
Oh, and
so,
his
like,
ass
it's
crack
almost
was
like I've
hanging out
seen
the
it.
whole
Ass
time.
crack. He was wearing like Adidas sweatpants, like The
Yeah.
Rock, but like they
Yeah.
fit like Mark. They might have been Mark's. And he walked out like,
I didn't wear Adidas sweatpants. So those are his.
who knows?
He was
who
just
they
like
were.
mid-match. He's just like
Took his
just ripped
shirt
it off
off.
like Triple H.
We
And
were like, huh?
Oh yeah, he was a fan of those snap ups, the sides that he could just rip off.
those
Yeah.
were cool though.
Yeah.
I was too.
So he.
I like the shorts and pants that zip.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about those.
Those hot summer days.
So after the noise and stuff like that, he like, I was like, oh my god, we're not recording. And he turns and he's like, what? So
So
they
he
took
was
a break.
selling? That was him selling?
No.
it
It was
was not
really
selling,
him.
yeah.
But this was like a couple minutes later. I realized we weren't recording, and they went back. He put his fucking shirt on, and they went back and did the
Yeah.
match.
It was all over. Nobody cared anymore.
Nobody
What a fail
cared.
that was.
And then we were. I think it happened at your house again. He made the noise, but it wasn't nearly as memorable. But I know he got bulldogged again. I think this time it was from me.
Yeah. The second time was you.
And he was like,
What about the time? And this isn't my pick, but I was actually I wasn't there for that one either. This was also during that time period, I think. But Frenchie was so fucking scared of you after you. What was
Yes,
it?
I love this
Suplex?
story.
You suplexed him off the trampoline or something?
Frenchie would not jump. So, like, I think I went over there. I think Josh went. Were you over there for this?
I don't think I was. No, I was not
so,
there. For
so
that.
my mom dropped me off, and it was me.
It was just practice, right?
Yeah, it was me, Nate, and Frenchie, and we were gonna wrestle for like an hour or two, and my mom was gonna come pick me back up. But Frenchie was like, I want to wrestle, and we're like, you don't jump, dude. We can't just throw you around. And
Yeah, he was a little scared of.
yeah, he was afraid of everything.
Yeah.
So I suplexed him like 3 times. German suplexed him like 3 times, and he would not jump. And on the 4th one, I was like, you motherfucker, and I just fucking put all ass into it as hard as I can. He jumped. He jumped on the 4th one.
Oh god.
And he fucking folded himself up like a lawn chair, crashed on the steel bars, and gets up. He's all red. His hair is red. It like blends in. And he's like, he starts doing like this Native American Indian dance. He's like, and he like does it around the shed. that
because
Nate
he's
had.
partially paralyzed.
He can't walk. And how I had no feelings back then. I was like, dude, you're all right. Come on. And he's literally like skipping.
I can't breathe.
And then after that, he was like frozen. Like I was like, come on, jump. He's like, no.
No, he would literally like fall to the ground anytime he tried to do anything. Super kick, just falls. To
Yeah,
the
it just
ground.
falls to the ground.
Fucking tried to pick him up at all. He just fell through your arms. Like you couldn't do nothing.
Motherfucker jumped one time, and it was Brock Lesnar
And he
would have been
regretted
proud.
it every day afterwards.
He probably fucked up from it still. I don't know. I sent a picture of Frenchie that one
Yeah,
day.
he did.
Yeah.
But no, that was
Talk about Jeffrey Dahmer, dude.
Right? Yeah.
Like
we're
Jeffrey Dahmer.
a little bit.
glorifying a future.
Yeah.
I guess the one I can think of since we're talking about the backyard wrestling days. I don't know if you were here. I don't know if you were there for this one though, but I know we got it on tape. Somewhere I have the tape of it. But we had done like 3 events that day. I think we did like a Monday Night Madness before a pay-per-view. We
Okay.
did a pay-per-view and then it
Like
was like Friday Night Warfare pay-per-view and then we shot the Monday night afterwards. And it was when Supernova went heel and we created, what was it, Fear Effect?
Maybe I
think
stole that.
you, me, and Joel Berg.
Joel Berg.
You and me were
I was
were
there because
rivals.
Joel was there.
Yeah. That was like Joel's first time wrestling with us, and he was fucking great.
You were there for most of it, but I don't know if you were there for the last part of the event or like the Monday night afterwards or whatever. But we had joined, and I was gonna leave to go to California, and I was faking a knee injury.
Yeah.
Walked out with a cane and shit, and for some reason my last match I think was gonna be about. I might be getting this all wrong, but I had a match against Nathan, and we recreated the thing where Jared Pryor had been thrown over the fence and he tumbled down the hill.
That was my spot
That was
first.
Jeff's spot.
That was Jeff.
Yeah.
But at that
Such
point,
a bad spot.
it was not. There was thorns and shit, all kinds of sticks. Like it was
my
terrible.
spot first. He stole it
I thought-
matches later.
I thought your spot was you got thrown into the fence and you just rolled right through
No,
it.
the fence
that
was
wasn't- that
the fence
wasn't.
was
He
kind of
rolled over
hanging.
it.
No, the fence was kind of hanging down. And I was like,
Yeah.
I bet I can clear that. I was like, Shane, throw me off, and I jumped. And I might have clipped it or something, but like I rolled and like I rolled.
We
Like,
could have so
couple-
easily been impaled
Yeah.
with doing that. There was literally just branches, sharp branches.
Yeah.
Like, we could've
Jared's the one that went all the way down the hill. I only rolled like probably 5 feet into the thorns.
Yeah. Well out of frame.
We
And
recreated
I remember
that.
Josh ran over and was like,
I thought you might have been dead by that point.
I
knew
thought it was
down
a
there.
pretty sweet bump.
It was a dangerous spot. Apparently, it happened more than I thought, though, I guess. But we recreated that. Apparently, it happened every couple events. But told Nathan to throw me down. I did it. I remember I lost my shoe immediately. First time I hit, my shoe came off, and I kept going and rolling. And I think since you and me had teamed up at that point, I think you went down there and tried to get me, and you lifted me up and was helping me come back up the hill.
Yeah.
But as I did it, there was a big ass. When I found my shoe on the way up, there was a fucking rock in it. And I was like, oh shit, there's a rock in my shoe. And I pulled the rock out and I just randomly tossed it. And then all of a sudden, it goes and it goes out of my vision. All of a sudden, you just hear Nathan go, ow! What the fuck? And Nathan immediately broke kayfabe. Like, turn the camera off. He lost it. He was so mad at me. And, I don't even think, like, somehow we were just bitching, breaking kayfabe. Like, what the fuck, man? That hit me in the
Dude, we can't see anything. We can barely see the fence like from
Oh,
down
it's a
there.
straight down cliff.
No, it's quite.
And then
quite
on the
an
other
angle.
side is legit like a cliff. It's straight up and down. Like it's a valley.
Yeah. Not only that, but at the bottom there's just like sewage water, like just
Yeah,
shitty,
it's just- it's
leafy,
all bad.
nasty water. But as we're coming up and we're walking around, I'm making my way back around the fence to go through the gate and shit. Nathan's bitching at me. I'm like, I just threw it randomly. I wasn't trying to hit you. You just happened to
You happen to be there.
But then and then we just kind of like slowly went back into the match.
Yep.
And like that was just there. We just breaking kayfabe for 5 minutes was the centerpiece of the match. Like that's my memory. But I don't know if you were
I don't
actually
know.
there
Yeah,
for
do we
that.
have,
I
like,
think
these-
you left.
Yeah, I probably had to go to basketball or football or something.
Because
stupid.
there was only
how
like
old we were.
I remember there was only like 4 or 5 people in that part of it, and it was like Joel, Josh, me. I think
Shane was Shane there at that
might have
time.
been.
Shane
there.
probably would. Yeah,
Jason.
because that's where Shane's botch. Rewind it.
Yeah, he did like the whole psycho sit. He's like, oh, just rewind it. We're like, no, just keep going. Huh?
And we never did it again. We were just
No.
like, fuck it.
That
Shane's
was
not
it.
going to
It's
do
fucking
that.
terrible.
But
Shane's 3 top moves is almost as many as Roman Reigns. He just pushes,
Yep, the push.
and then you start to get up. He pushes you again, and then the one with the cookie sheet leg drop.
Yep, yeah, the cookie sheet or like whatever the
He would do
street
it. Was
sign.
a kick. He would move it like a skateboard, and he would leg drop you.
Shane with his yellow security hat that was Joel's, but he stretched it all out. The security was like all like wavy.
It was wonky at that point.
God, I miss Shane. We need to get Shane on here.
What?
No?
Did I ever tell you about that?
Maybe we can steal some of his video games.
Oh yeah, you did. There's actually, I even made a timestamp for it in the one episode. It was like Shane is deaf.
He is. Huh?
Like, huh?
Dude, I told you when I went in there to see him and his dad, I was talking to his dad. I was like, all right, where's Shane at? He's like, oh, he's on the top floor. And I was like, let's go up and see him. I haven't seen him in so long. Get up there. He walks past me. I'm like, Walks past me again. I'm like, this fucking dickhead. Better. I'm like, finally he walked past me again. I smacked him on the back. I'm, yo. He's like, oh hey, what's up? I'm like, dude, how baked are you right now?
Jesus. Fucking Shane.
But he's just sitting there. His fucking eyes are as bloodshot as can be. And he's like, literally, you could like, the wheels were smoking in there. Like,
The wheels are
who
smoking.
am I looking at?
So
Oh, hey, my longest friend, guy I've been friends with since kindergarten.
yeah, dude. Shane's that guy for a few people, I guess. Shane was my first friend when I moved to Canton.
You guys and Shane and Andy.
Andy Larkin.
Yeah.
That was we were the bad kids. Shane was like the good one on the bus. We were bad.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he had the internet, so he became the bad kid. We had to look at boobs, so
Like, yeah.
Shane's like, "Oh, just go watch Pokemon." We're like, let's just hop on this
All
porno
right.
website real quick.
Oh my God, his dad took me one time. He's like, I need to talk to you because I was always over there. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Pulls me aside. So I looked at the browser history, and I'm like, instantly go, oh. It's like worse than when your like girlfriend picks up your phone. You're like, oh fuck.
That GIF I sent you of Brock Lesnar.
I sent that to you.
No, I sent that to you.
You sent that to me?
Yeah,
I sent it to
you.
somebody.
Yeah,
oh,
you
I
must-
sent it to Zach. I thought it was... Dude, I laughed. I was in class laughing at it. I was like, oh, my God.
I'll have to show you, Mark.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are
Dude,
talking
that's
about.
the feeling I had when Shane's dad, he was like, there will be no more internet. There will be no more video games. And he's like grounding me when I come over. I'm like, okay, all right. But like Shane's dad he's awesome. Like he's like the nicest guy.
For sure.
He's
sure.
nice. He likes to talk your ear off, but he's the nicest guy.
Right.
No, I mean, fuck. We went to like every single one of Shane's birthday parties at Laser Quest, and Shane's dad was cool. So was his mom. His mom was sweet as
Mom was
hell. Even
awesome,
his
yeah.
sister Laura was awesome.
Yeah, Laura was nice. Still, I mean, like when I went into Pro Decal, just say hi to him, and I talked to the family. Like I didn't really like miss a day with them. I was just like,
Yeah,
hey.
yeah.
And they were real cool. And he, Shane's the last guy I thought would ever have kids.
I
He has
know.
2 of them and a wife, and we know the wife.
Mm-hmm.
She exists. She's real.
She's
She
real.
is
She's
real
a
life.
real
She's
woman.
very cool. I like
I
her.
went to sophomore homecoming with her as friends.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
as
Oh,
friends,
you
of
did.
course.
Oh, so we went to school with her?
No,
No, she was in Perry.
she was
Oh,
in Perry.
that's right,
A
yeah.
bunch of like Brandon and all them started dating these girls, and we just kind of went. It was fun.
Small fucking world, man.
Did they meet at one of our parties?
I think so.
Wow.
Look
Love
at us.
connection. Good
I
job,
I
guys.
think that was
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I think that was.
We'll
it.
take
I think
responsibility for it.
Oh, you remember the one Louisville party I had? It was probably 9th grade. Or maybe it was probably 10th grade because they came. Like there was Sarah, Brittany, and another girl. I don't remember her name. But like we all was eating Armano's pizza, and I think my dad put a bunch of hot sauce on the one girl's pizza, and she ate it.
Oh yeah.
And she was like rolling around on the ground. Like
I do remember
she chomped
that.
it. She ate this pizza so fast, and it was like really hot sauce was on.
Ooh. So
And
she was like on fire.
Oh,
She
my
was
dad's
stop, dropping,
sitting
and
there
rolling.
laughing his ass off, just laughing and laughing and laughing. He thought it was the funniest shit he's ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, any more stories, guys? Got any?
We got plenty.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
got plenty.
how late you want to run this?
Yeah.
I got stories for days.
We still got time, man. We're
Yeah,
all-
let's hear
Now we're
another.
30.
Okay,
36.
all right. Just talking about it. I texted you not long ago about the special needs group in Faircrest. It was like the behavioral kids.
Oh yeah, the Billmans.
Yeah, the walking
Billmans.
Newports.
The walking Newports.
Wow.
Remember? What was it? Arthur?
Yep.
The little black kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Get out of here, Billy Blanks.
that is. I remember that. Oh my god. Specifically, get out of here, Billy Blanks. I remember.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
So we were all in the same gym class for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And he's like, we're in the locker room, and he's literally doing a karate thing, and he's kicking, and he's like, he has, he's really into it. I don't know.
He just like straight armed him into the
Yeah,
locker.
like, boom.
Get
out
outta
here,
here,
Billy
Billy
Blanks. Billy Blanks was,
God.
he was at the time.
He was
it was
at
relevant.
the time.
It made sense.
Yeah.
No.
We were proud of myself, you know?
Fuck Mr. Laughlin and What's-Her-Nuts used to fucking put on Taibo in gym class, and we would do Taibo in gym. It was extremely relevant.
Those were the days I'd get kicked out.
Yeah, they'd
be like, nah. I'd say something. I'd be like, no. I'll never forget. Her name was Miss Catlett. I do believe she passed away.
Yeah.
I got one.
We were playing ping pong, and I kept fucking smashing the ball. And she's like, Jeff, do not smash another ball. And I was like, and somebody, I want to say it was Justine. She smacked her ball off her table, and I grabbed it and I pinned it against the backboard and just smashed. And she was so quiet. She was like, "Ja!" I'm like, "Oh fuck." Well, fifth time was a charm.
See, the best part about this is I picture like 14-year-old Jeff. You know what I mean?
This fat kid with a bowl cut.
I could fucking jump though, dude.
Like the bowl cut swinging when he
Yeah, it was fucking awesome, man. I had hair. Shut the fuck up about my hair. I wish I had a bowl cut now.
God, I wish. I gotta find that picture of you and Shane at like Kings Island or something back in the day, and like
We had
just put it right
sunglasses
here.
on. Dude, I had like Janko shorts on.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
sweet.
This is the best.
Fifth grade.
Shane looked like a teddy bear or something. You could see like his hair's just like sticking straight up, and you can see the light through it. It's just
A lot of gel in that hair.
I don't
That
know.
was so cool.
Those were the days, man.
That was so much fun. I used to get in so much trouble. You got in a fair amount of
I
trouble.
got in a little bit of trouble. I was in
Mark,
a little
you were
bit of
good in
trouble.
middle school. It was high school that you.
High school, I got in trouble.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm
Sophomore
paying
year.
for what I did in middle school because I was constantly in trouble, and now I work at a middle school, and I'm like, "Fuck, that was funny," but I gotta yell at you.
Karma, man.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm like,
bitch.
I would have done that shit too,
Mm.
but I don't know.
I remember a night we were all there, and even the ghost of what was with Nick Hennessy was there too.
I knew there'd be a Nick Hennessy story in there.
Yeah.
We
We
were
were like
all
the four-
staying at
four
your house. This is
amigos.
after you guys built the house up on the hill
On the
next
hill,
to your
yeah.
So
grandmother's.
it was at his
My
mom's
mom's
house.
old house.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember we snuck into the garage that was really fucking nice, finished. There was a TV and a bar and everything. I drank for the first time with you guys. Jeff gave me like a double shot of some like blue Captain Morgan bullshit, and I think like a shot of whiskey. And
It
I
was
was
definitely
I was
it was
drunk.
a shot of scotch.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gross.
Yeah,
So I have had scotch before. I thought I hadn't.
It was scotch.
It was my first, probably.
probably gonna be the last. Shit's gross.
Definitely my last.
No, I wanted to try it, but maybe I won't, knowing that.
Tastes like dirty ashtray water.
Really?
Yeah, it's gross.
No, maybe not. Maybe you just had shitty scotch, because I've heard there's some pretty good scotch. But that's not even the best part of the story. I remember we were out there drinking. I was pretty drunk. I did 3 shots, first time I ever drank.
Yeah.
I remember Jody and Jackie were passed out in front of the TV while we were doing it, trying to be as quiet because we felt like one of them would rat on us. And
for sure.
Bitches.
I remember later me and Josh were playing like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, one of them. You know what I mean? Whichever
Probably
one
2
was
at the
out.
time.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
2.
And you and Nick were on the computer looking at porn. And I remember
Why does everything come back to porn with me?
I'm like half drunk, like fucking around with Josh playing Tony Hawk, and then you guys are watching porn, and Josh just looks back at one point and goes, "Are you guys looking at porn?" And you guys just start laughing, like, "Yeah." And then there's what the fuck? We keep playing for a little bit, and then all of a sudden we hear Nick just start laughing. You know that like laugh?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just over and over again, nonstop.
Fucking obnoxious.
We're just like, what? And then you just hear Nick go, "It's gay porn." And we just look back and like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
I didn't type that in. I've never typed in gay porn in my life.
And then we're just like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And it's like, "Wow." And then me and Josh go back to playing the game, and then all of a sudden, I'm just watching like I think he gave the controller to me, and I started playing the game. And then at one point, Josh just looks back and goes, "Are you still watching?"
Yeah. I mean, like, it was funny at first. Like, okay, it's on for 10 seconds. Cool. Dude, it was on for like 2 runs, and it's like 2 minutes each. So, like,
Nope.
what the hell,
Good
man?
enough for you to die and me get the controller. you
Yeah.
know? But I guess I didn't realize how embarrassing the story might be, but it was funny.
No, I mean I don't care. I'm sure we were laughing at first, and I was probably like,
What?
Nick, turn this shit, dude.
I always imagined it was one of those things like it was so awful you couldn't stop. Like you were just like one of those things where like you're so sucked into it by this awful experience, you're almost in shock and you don't react immediately.
I think that was like honestly one of the 5 times I crashed the family's computer.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of porn on there.
That thing was down every 3 months. My mom's like, "Gotta take the fucking computer back in. It doesn't work."
Damn gateway.
And then then she's like, "So," one time she sat me down. She's like, "So, yeah, a lot of porn on that computer." I'm like, was it me?
It was so like it was a lot harder to get porn back then too. You had to download it, and it took for a fucking ever.
We lived with Tim though, and I'm not taking full responsibility on all that porn.
Yeah, I don't think you should. He was.
Oh no, it's
Definitely.
dude on the
Going to
computer.
town
He's
on that
watching
shit.
porn. Sometimes.
Definitely doing that. Remember the midget porn we found in his...
I do.
Whoa.
He had some weird shit.
Wow. Well, whatever floats your boat, man.
Dude, it was so funny. I was telling my coach about this. We because they rented a little person for a bachelor party once just to hang out with them.
Yeah.
And,
You rented a little.
Sounds
Not me,
terrible
my
to
coach
say.
did. No,
But,
yeah,
I mean,
they just hung
they're
out with them.
available. Yeah.
And but I remember this porn. This guy walks in with a big suitcase and he throws it on the bed. It like does this like full 360, 720.
It's
type
rotating
shit.
all over the fucking.
And we're like, where's this going? What's going on here? And this little bitch pops up and she starts sucking them off. At this point, we turned it off. We couldn't go any further because we're like, we can't do this right now. I went back to that porno.
You found it.
I know. I went back to it after Josh left. Nothing good comes
Of
of
course
that.
you did.
Nothing good comes of that porn. I promise. And it was so because it was on VHS. So I'm like, okay, where did it start? I'm like freaking out. I'm like, fuck. Like he would ever remember it. But I was just like, God, no, fuck. I don't remember where they started. So,
Shit.
man, be a kid. Now it's just like, all right.
Literally, yeah.
Lord,
Just
I'm
type in whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's there. Even if it doesn't exist, there's a parody of it or something. You know what I mean? Or like a lookalike. Now, dude, I don't know if you've seen this stuff called deep fakes. They don't do it with just porn, but they'll do it with like anything. Like, have you seen that video going around on Facebook where it's Jennifer Lawrence with Steve Buscemi's face and she's giving like her after Oscar speech or something?
No.
But
That's awesome.
dude, it looks real. Like this shit is getting so good. Like you might not even be able to tell that it's
Right.
not, President Trump or something saying something or Obama or some shit. But they do it with porn too. And dude, it's some of them aren't so great, but some of them are fucking like spot on. You would think you're seeing,
Whoever you want to see.
Emma Roberts is fucking this
Stacy
dude or something, but
Kiebler.
it's not.
Right.
Yeah, like
There you go.
anybody.
Oh, that was one of the questions I forgot to ask.
What's that?
Stacy Kiebler
It's
or
Stacy
Sonny?
Kiebler. Oh, god damn it. Okay. All right.
That's a hard one. Because Sonny in the 90s, oh my
Sonny?
Yeah,
God.
man. We're talking like 95, 96.
95 Smoking Guns,
Body Donna.
Body Donnas. When she first came in, wasn't nearly as hot as she was after the first year.
Yeah.
For after that, it was
Stacy Keebler.
Yeah,
me too.
especially looking at Sonny now,
Fall
put
from
Sonny
grace.
now compared to Stacy Keebler now.
Right.
Yeah, it's Stacy Keebler all the way.
Yeah.
And Sonny's porno, she farts.
She booted.
It all comes back, guys. Let's throw some video games in here and get out.
She does. She does.
Dude, I'm making that a soundbite. I'm making that
The Sonny fart.
In Sonny's porno, she farts. Like
She does.
It is the showstopper right here. That's the deciding factor. Stacy Keebler all the way. Why? Because Sonny farts.
Because Sonny farted. It's not because she farts. It's because she farted and they didn't cut it out. Like, edit that shit. Like, it was literally like...
Yeah, I can see how it's not flattering.
I had to find it from that episode on Richard when they were talking about she farted. I'm like,
Oh, they talk about it on the
Yeah.
picture?
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know that. I
was
did
like,
not know
okay.
I can imagine here, Conrad.
curiosity.
Well, she farts.
I think it was Bruce is like, yep, she pooted. And then Conrad just loses it.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
did not know
yeah.
that.
Oh God.
So
I
the
didn't
curiosity
listen to
finally
this.
got to me, so I had to find it.
It's not good.
No, I basically just skipped through to find it.
Every 15 seconds, no fart, no fart, no fart. But
I think that's all the memory lane stories I have now off the top of my head. You guys got any more?
I'm good.
I'm sure I could think of a few. Remember Kane?
I was going to bring that one up too. You want to tell
this
this one?
sounds
You tell it
familiar.
good.
Remember Kane, James?
Names. Doesn't matter what my name is.
Yeah, we were up sitting in the bleachers, and you were right there.
It sounds very familiar. I just
Big.
need, like,
He was like
He-
6'4"
yeah.
in the 7th grade. He was huge.
This-
he was
this
in the
all seems-
behavioral class.
Yeah, he's in the behavioral class.
I
and
can't see him. I can't see
We're
his
up
face.
there, and I don't know how it even starts, but he's like kind of messing with Jeff, and Jeff's just like, I don't even know who you are. And
Yeah.
he goes, well, what's your name? And Jeff goes, my name's Jeff. And he interrupts him. It doesn't matter what your name is. And Jeff's just like flabbergasted. Like,
I just got The Rock.
fucking guy just
Yeah,
did
yeah.
it to me. And he's like, well, what's your name? I swear to God. He goes, Kane.
Kane. Wow, no, this all sounds
And
really.
we go,
really
what?
familiar.
Kane? He goes, no, James.
My name's not Kane. It's James.
That's a good Kane story, but the best, and I'm probably gonna get the details wrong because I don't remember the whole thing, but I remember we are in the middle school gymnasium. Mm-hmm. We're playing football.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was me that threw the ball to him. It might have been you.
Me
it was
who
you.
threw the football at
You
him. Well,
threw the
threw it.
football. Yeah, I'm sorry. You threw the football because he wanted to catch. Goes completely through his hands. Doesn't even touch his hands, but it goes through his hands. Stabs him in the chest with the football, and he goes, "You did that on purpose."
And he's like walking at me all huffing and
Yeah.
puffing. I'm like, yeah, I did. You're right. I did try to
We gotta
throw the
find
ball
him.
at you.
This,
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta see a pic because all this sounds really familiar, and like I can almost picture him, but like just his face, just him in general in the picture,
Really
is just blurry.
Really, really tall kid.
No, I almost see like
Kind
a
of like brown curly hair.
Yeah.
leather coat or something, or
Probably.
like always wearing a jacket of some sort.
Probably. He another story with Kane was we were
Just
in
referred to as Kane.
We know his name is James.
we were up in the like the old practice field. Like middle school had the field, but there was like the baseball fields on top of the
Yeah.
hill. We were up there golfing with like little wiffle balls
For Jim?
Yeah, and he was pissing me off, of course. And I was like, just fucking hating him. I was like, dude, I swear to God, I will fucking beat you to death. And he's like, what? And he turns around and he has his golf club and he's shaking. He's staring at me. I'm like, are you going to beat me with that golf club? Are you going to fucking hit me with that thing? And he's like, don't make me. Like Vince McMahon style. And,
You're fired.
and then I remember like walking up to him like I was thinking I'm a fucking badass. I'm 14 years old. I'm like, you gonna hit me with that? And he's like, no. And then he just turned around, and of course, I'm sure I got in trouble for it. I was like, well, he was gonna hit me with it.
You had too many run-ins with the behavioral and the special ed.
I should have been in the class. Is the reason.
Maybe.
And then the Mike McWilliams.
Mike McWilliams. Mike McWilliams.
Damn it. All right, tell it.
We're outside playing Foursquare. And, like all like the nerdy kids and like non-athletic kids are playing. So Jeff and I go in there and we're just smashing kids. We're just spiking it and we're running Foursquare.
Not passing it to each other.
Yeah, no, we're going
fucking
out of our
dominating.
way.
Gotcha.
Well, Mikey McWilliams is pissed because he must be running that court.
He wasn't having it.
He was not
having
happy.
that
He
shit.
was the MVP before you guys.
He was the enforcer, dude. Mikey McWilliams was the
So I
enforcer.
don't remember how it happened, but I think you were just talking shit to him.
Probably.
And he comes up and he just pulls a page right out of Punch Out, Little Mac, and just jumps up because he can't reach Jeff. And he punches him right in the neck.
Like Superman punches him.
Yeah, just. Ugh.
It was a little, dude. It was Little Mac because I saw it coming. I was like,
And that was as high as he could reach.
Like a cartoon or something. It just stopped.
Yep.
Kind of.
Jeff
Did
just
nothing.
goes, ah! He punched me in the neck.
I can see it.
So
I can see it.
So Mikey starts running off.
Of course, he knew it was coming.
He was fucked.
Yeah.
Jeff takes his dodgeball, wings it, hits Mike right in the back of the head. His glasses go flying.
Shoot
I
20
remember this
feet
now.
off.
I remember this now.
And he is fucking furious. Did he cry? I think I made him cry.
I think you made him
I
cry.
made him cry. But dude, I mean,
God.
he was probably 10 feet away. I'll give him 10 feet. And I launched this ball as hard as I
Dude.
can. It blasted him right in the fucking
Square.
back of the head.
Kickball?
Like
right?
one of the rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things. You blast somebody
Fully
with that.
inflated.
It like wraps around you and then
Dude.
bounces off.
It knocked him
Let me tell
so
you,
hard.
if the way parents are these days, I would have been expelled from that school 3 days
Oh
into school.
yeah. We'd be in juvie and shit.
I mean, I was
You were a bad kid.
bad.
Yeah.
I was bad. I was a bully and I got bullied. So like kids would make fun of me and
Yeah.
I remember Aaron Fort said something to me one time and I just kept pushing him down. He was like he's like pissed me off. We were playing football and I was like I pushed him down and he's like tried to get up and he almost got up and I was like nah. And I kept pushing and he started like hyperventilating and crying. And I was like, nope. And he would get up and he would try to and I'd push him that. Like, listen here, you big dinosaur motherfucker. I was mad. Big goofy. I love Aaron now. He's the greatest dude, but yeah, then I wanted to
Jesus. And then you tried to kill Ryan Sexton. You tried to pick him up and throw him over the wall. He would have dropped like 15, 20 feet and broke his fucking neck. Like it was a set of stairs. It went down, then there was a ledge, and then it went down again. So it was basically a whole story he was gonna drop. And you were trying to and then there was a wall right there at the main drop of it. If any of this makes sense to anybody that's listening. I'm only doing this for the audience.
When was this?
You don't remember this? You
I
got
don't-
or eighth grade.
fight with Ryan Sexton in the
I
hallway.
was going to say it was middle school.
And there was just that wall there next to the stairs going down.
That
and
was 7th grade.
Yeah.
apparently Jeff
Right in front of Darlene's class,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
just got fed up with them or started fighting with them and literally tried to pick him up and throw him over the wall.
Royal Rumble style, dude.
So he would drop like a whole story. And the way he was picking him up, like he would have probably landed on his fucking head and broke his neck.
I was pissed, dude.
But some teacher saved Ryan's life that day. Jeff, you could be a murderer right now.
That's what I'm saying. What statutes of limitations in Ohio? 'Cause it
You
might
were
be-
a minor, but you were just planting the seeds to be a glorified serial killer, just dumping kids
Look.
off.
Let's talk about Ryan Sexton for a second. The motherfucker wanted to be a football star so damn bad. He annoyed me. He always wore that fucking same Titans jersey 4 days a week.
Oh, he did wear that.
It wasn't
Titans
his fault.
jersey.
He had other clothes. He just liked that Titans jersey so much because he would because on that middle of the week he would cycle another jersey, but it would always go back to that Steve McNair jersey.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off so bad. I don't know why. But he had red hair.
'cause you're
Fucking
Jeff.
mean. I was a dick, but he was a fucking annoying.
We were all dicks though at one point. He was probably a dick sometimes too, you know.
JG, where you going? Book. I gotta grab my book. Jeff following right behind me. B-O-C-K, B-O-C-K. I turn around. What the fuck are you doing? I'm spelling book. Oh no.
Oh, I said it loud enough. Like I was so fucking confident.
Yeah, he just, like my G, like he's gotta get his book. B-O-C-K, bitch.
Yeah. We're balking to this bitch.
And up, O-P.
That was a mistake. I said OP one time, maybe twice. I was like, oh,
Up, O-P. Up.
God damn. I was so mad.
He looked
at myself.
again. It was like 2 months after the initial Bach incident.
Fuck.
I was like, I'm done. I don't spell things out loud now. I don't.
Oh, Jesus. And then I can't, to this day, if I'm standing in a door waiting for somebody, guess what I say? Come to the door, Miss Johnson. Come to the door, Miss Johnson.
That was my first hit. That was a good song.
Josh, how many times did we sit in line at lunch, watch Jeff across the cafeteria in another line, and just watch? Just
All the
we used to be
time.
like, dude, we could sell tickets.
All the time. He'd just be standing there, and then he'd do something.
Just walk
It's
up.
like somebody'd walk up and he'd just be like,
Exactly, that's what I was gonna do. You'd walk up and just be like, looking at her, just like, hey.
It wasn't my fault.
Or he'd take something like take their hash brown or some shit.
hey.
Oh, I tried to sell Smarties to that one girl. Said it was crack. Got in so much trouble for that. Mr. Alfredo's like, you cannot act like you're selling drugs in this school. And I'm like, but they're Smarties. She goes, yeah, her mom doesn't know that, though. Well, so do you want some crack? I had these Smarties, and I said, you want some crack?
No, I get it.
Liz Dara.
Liz Dara, yeah. She didn't get it. She didn't. She was like a little kid.
No.
Awful.
Oh, man.
Awful human being.
I was.
Remember the milk pouches?
Oh yeah, we had this conversation
Terrible.
before. Yeah.
Did you?
It was
Sorry, guys.
You couldn't put. No, I'm just saying you couldn't put the fucking straw in it without it like launching out somehow. It was like a fucking tank.
Yeah.
No, that was a weird transition.
Dude. Well, another Mikey McWilliams story. I'm thinking of the cafeteria. Dude, he always picked on the Giants.
Yeah.
He picked a fight with you. He picked a fight with Greg Tice.
He jacked Greg Tice up
Yeah.
for one time, though.
Greg cut him in line. I think like Dan and Tyler were standing up there. Greg cuts him in line, and Mike's like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be there."
That was a great impression.
Sounds just like him.
Yeah, that's how
And
just
Greg's
like
just like, "Whatever, Mike." And Mike's just like, boom, bust
I
like
remember
pushes him
this.
right up against the
Because how we had
window,
those
and the
big,
banisters.
banisters.
Yeah.
Greg got launched on top of that. We're all like,
Wow.
Shit.
and little fucking 40-pound Mikey McWilliams is standing there, and Greg just was like,
Undertaker, man.
and just slammed
Greg's
him
not-
on his banister.
Greg was not a
like-
little dude.
Like one of the biggest kids
Yeah.
in the grade.
Yeah.
Dude, Mikey wanted that fucking Charlie's Pizza really bad.
Oh my
He wasn't
Apparently.
messing around.
Fuck, man.
That was so much fun.
He was thinking. He wasn't thinking with his. Never mind.
So do we
It's not gonna come out.
do we
right.
come to the agreement that Mikey Williams is the real bully here?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
He
He did.
started
He,
shit with
he was a sore
Foursquare.
loser.
No, I never realized how badass he was until this moment. Really.
He does not appreciate conversation with Greg Tyson.
No.
Maybe
No.
Greg was going to get behind him.
You don't know that.
I don't know.
Hmm. Wow, what a bully.
Just jumps to conclusions. Me and
He's
Timmy
watching
Lewis.
this right now. Like, what the fuck?
Me and Timmy Lewis threw him in a trash can in like 11th grade.
Yeah.
He was driver's ed. We helped him out, but we did throw him in there.
I remember. And me and him are cool now, but I remember Brett Banco and fuck, what was
I
it
bet
like?
you are cool with him.
No,
I bet he really likes you.
what is that
Long
supposed?
flowing hair.
I don't know what you're getting at here,
You
sir.
get it?
Dude, how are you not? I'm like, this is years in the making.
I'm so confused. My point is,
He loves your lips.
wow. All right, I see where this is going. My point is he doesn't hate me anymore for this.
Well, he
But
didn't.
I think it was
Hates
junior
us.
year. Dan and Tyler did a lookout, and Brett wasn't there that day or something. But I fucking pissed in his locker, all over his books, all over his fucking papers, everything. Like his history books had my piss all over. Dude, I think he was gone for like a day or two or something. He came back and it was all there, and I don't think he even knew it happened until
Dude,
somebody
that's
told him.
just stuck
When
on
he
piss.
saw me, dude, he was ready to beat my ass.
Any reason why?
What do you mean?
Why you pissed on his books?
I
Locker
don't.
was open.
I was just pissing in someone's locker just to be funny and like entertain. I didn't even realize it was his. I don't think. I just picked a random one. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's not like they had our names on the lockers
No.
or anything. We just had numbers. And yeah, I remember he was not cool with me when I first saw him at all. And then like a day or two later, he had calmed down about it, and we were in the same math. We were in Mr. Sharkey's math class. So maybe it was sophomore year then. I can't remember.
I don't know who Mr. Sharkey is.
You don't remember Mr. Sharkey? He was a math teacher.
Yeah.
But I think he coached football or something somewhere too. But
That's right.
and he's like, "Hey man, can I talk to you for a second?" I was like, "Fuck." And we went down to the hallway, and he said, he's like, "Look, man, that wasn't cool, but you just let me punch you one time, and we'll be cool. We'll be cool." And I was just like, "Yeah, I guess go ahead." And I like put my arm out, like he's gonna punch me in the arm, and just no, like, let me punch you in the. Come on, at least let me punch you in the gut or something. Let me punch you right in the stomach. I was like, "Fuck no, dude." I was like, "I'll tell you what. You come to my locker after lunch, you can piss in my locker. How about that? I was just like, really? I was like,
cleaning the shit out.
I was like, yeah, dude. It was 2 weeks before school was over. I only had that locker for like 2 more weeks. And I was like, yeah, go ahead, piss in my locker. But I did take all my books out, put them up top. All that was down there was just like all my old like papers and stuff that'll absorb it all. You know what I mean?
Smart move.
And I think after that we just didn't fuck with it until the last day when all the trash cans were out and threw all that stuff away. And I just used like Dan's locker for the last 2 weeks. But yeah.
I didn't know you pissed in a locker. Josh pissed in a trash can a couple
Pissed in a
times.
trash can.
Kurt Worley and Tony Browning, one of them gave me $20 to shit in the trash can right outside of the glass doors. Right, I was waiting for Tyler. They bought us like some weed that day, I think. But yeah,
Like by the cafeteria?
I don't remember it. Yeah, like you walk out those glass doors by the cafeteria, and then there was that trash can right there before you hit the sidewalk. And for some reason, I got out there, took it. Like I told Tony. Either Tony or Kurt went in the bathroom and got me toilet paper. But I dropped a big-ass deuce in that fucking trash can. And they took
You guys are fucking disgusting.
And
Yeah,
then, like,
bold,
I wiped
man.
my ass. Tyler literally pulled up. I got in the car. I was like, peace, thanks for the money. We took off. And I guess, like, 4 or 5 people told me they saw a picture of my shit in the trash can the next day. And I was like, no fucking way.
Awesome.
I'm embarrassing myself this episode.
Man, I've never pooped in a trash can. That's pretty bad.
Pooped in a bathtub once.
I thought you. Oh, that was Josh Neff that shit in the trash can.
Yeah, that was Neff.
Okay.
He's a pooper.
Yeah, Josh Neff would be.
He did poop in a bathtub.
Dude, Josh Neff was great. He would like before football practice, you know, in high school you usually hold it all day unless you really had to go.
Yeah.
But his fucking thing was like 4 times around the bowl.
There's a
and
rope.
stuck out. And he's like, guys, come here.
It's the poop emoji, literally.
Yeah, that's what it was. And we're all like, dude, it's sticking out of the water. It stinks so bad. It's burning your eyes.
It's like an iceberg.
Oh,
It's a shitberg.
Yeah, it's exact. And then like he flushed. You know, we had the handles. He flushed, and it just went, and it didn't go anywhere. And he flushed again, and water starts raising up. We're like, ah! We all ran out of the fucking locker room.
Oh shit.
Oh man, Josh Neff, that fucking guy.
One more poop story. This was after we were already out of high school, but me and Jared used to have an apartment in Louisville that it was a flop house.
Yeah.
I mean, there was 8 units in the whole building, and at one point we had 4 of them were ran by kids, or lived in by kids. Because we were
Jared
kids.
was like the oldest one.
Yeah, he
of all
was
of them.
24 or 23 even.
Oh, that's a bad
Wow,
idea.
yeah.
So it was a flop house. It was like a dorm room, and so I come home from work or something. I came home from training, I think. I don't know, but everybody's like, there's like 3 or 4 people in my house, and they're all playing Halo or whatever, and I'm like, hey guys, why is there a stick sticking out of my toilet? And Alex doesn't miss a beat. Spits in the.
His gallon spitter.
Yeah, I pooped. It wouldn't go down. I'm like, well, there's a stick with your shit in my toilet, and I have to go. He's like, yeah, just use mine. Like nonchalantly, right? Just not missing a beat on his
Because he
game.
lived right above.
He
them.
lived right above me.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I was like, why didn't you shit in your toilet? He goes, didn't want to. I'm like, all right, I know where this is going. I go to the fucking store and get a plunger right now. He goes, gets real serious. He goes, I don't have money for a plunger. I'm like, well, then fucking figure it out, dude, because I have to take a shit.
Yep.
Swear to God, he goes in there, stabs it a couple more times, and goes, won't go down. So, fucking, dude, I would just shut the door. We're like, we're done with this. After everybody left, I'm in there, like, flushing it, like, jamming it, flushing it, jamming it.
Fucking around with an A-Dog shit.
Oh, my
How
God,
gross.
dude. I was so pissed. I think eventually, obviously, it went down, but I was like, God, motherfucker. And then when we lived in another house together, with me and Alex lived together, I was like, hey, dude, I bought the toilet paper like the last 3 times. I'm like, your turn to buy toilet paper. He goes, I don't poop in the house. Like, here we go again.
Where do you poop?
Here we go fucking again. I go, what do you mean you don't poop at the house? And our roommate Buns was like sticking his head out like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't poop. I poop at work. I only poop at work. I go, what do you do on the weekends? He goes, I go to my mom's. I go buy the fucking toilet paper right now.
Jesus Christ.
Alex will not. Back in the day, Alex never fessed up to anything. It was always.
He had no responsibility for anything.
No,
Yeah.
did not care.
No, not even to provide toilet paper. No, I don't poop here. I never poop
Yeah,
here.
I don't poop.
And
I shouldn't
then-
have to buy toilet paper because I don't poop here.
I don't poop here. And it was always like, hey, do the dishes, not mine. And then you're like, well, they're really not. Because his dinner every night was a can of chew, Michelinas that he would, I think he
Yeah,
even had like a little microwave in his room. Michelinas and a bag of Frito-Lay chips. Barbecue.
Okay, so yeah, he probably didn't have any fucking dishes.
No.
But he had fucking little cardboard things of Michelinas stacked up on his fucking dresser. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Bugs and mold and shit. No thanks.
gallon of spit.
Yeah.
Gallon o' spit.
Well, with that said, that's probably the best spot to leave off on the shit stories,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Kind of hard to follow a poop story with something different. You
Yeah,
know?
well.
Nothing to transition.
That was fun. Memory Lane was fun.
No,
Memory Lane
I
was
always
fun.
enjoy memory. This was like memory lane times 10. I like
Yeah.
it. Usually there's like a 2-story.
It started off
long
with
memory
one.
lane.
What's your one best story
No.
to this? So
I like it.
thanks,
should
guys.
Do it more often for sure. Well, Josh, thanks for joining us, buddy. You should come back again for sure.
I would love to.
We got to do that Game of Thrones shit, so I look forward to that, people. Hope you enjoy there being no housekeeping again. I was at the beginning. I hope, did any of you guys notice that? How I did the housekeeping?
Yeah,
You think that's a better idea?
Much better.
Yeah.
Much better.
Just get it out of the way. You can
Yeah.
skip it if you want to. And then people who don't know it can know it. But, yeah. I guess with that said, this has been Jam Up number 23. Thanks for watching, and until next time.
Hogan must pose.
That was fun, guys.